Good day, everyone. I don't know what time you're watching this. Could be day, could be morning, could be evening, could be night, could be the middle of the night. I don't know. Thank you for watching, whatever time of day it is. Welcome to week number 6 here in the NFL 2001, the 2001-2002 NFL season, but it's a fantasy draft. Welcome on in. We have had 5 successful weeks so far. I don't remember the last week all that well. It was a little bit late, I admit that. And I also just had done a lot of other recording. It doesn't matter. Welcome on in to week number 6. The NFL coming off probably the best weekend it could ever hope for as far as the playoffs are concerned. 3 of the games coming down to game-winning field goals, even though maybe one of them shouldn't have. The Rams-Buccaneers is the game I'm referring to there. And we got the rearing of the terrible overtime rules between the Chiefs and the Bills. One of the great games I have ever seen came to an end in a most unceremonious way. Your overtime rules are so bad, NFL. They are so bad. There is no reason that a coin flip like that should mean so much. It should just dictate who gets the ball first. Both quarterbacks should get to touch it. Imagine another sport. Imagine basketball. They do one tip, first team. If they score a 3, that's it. You're telling me you're going to let LeBron James just not touch the ball? That's ridiculous. You had I don't want to sound too dramatic. You are having coin flips with career altering, legacy altering impacts. Give Josh Allen a chance to go down the field, tie the game. Come on. I know a lot of people a lot of the people I saw in the comments were like, oh, just play defense. And a lot of people were like, oh, don't play terrible defense right before the end of the half. 13 seconds, you let him do that? Fair. Kind of, not really. You probably shouldn't let him go that far in that short amount of time. But just play defense, that's dumb. Regardless, you should have an opportunity to have the ball. But that is neither here nor there. A fantastic set of games this weekend. 3 of the 4 away teams won, and I thought it was going to be 4-for-4 when the Bills took that lead. What an incredible game. Just incredible game. The Packers blew it, as they have done. I know a lot of people are going to focus on Rodgers and the offseason that he had and the COVID bullshit. I get that. And that's fair. That's fair to focus on. I think looking at the grander picture, Rodgers has come up short time and time again in the playoffs. It should be a storyline that should be more prominent, pertinent in talks of football. In my opinion, he lost the MVP. I don't know how the voting still works, but that was a dud of a performance. Cooper Kupp is the MVP of the NFL, period. Full stop. Full stop. You can make an argument for I can't remember, Jonathan Taylor, I think is the name. You can make an argument for the Colts running back, had a magnificent season. Aaron Rodgers is not the MVP. Absolutely not. And it's because he laid an absolute egg in the final game of the season. We might talk about more of this as the games continue, but I thought we would do something fun this week, and we're going to just see how the teams that are still remaining in the playoffs, AFC and NFC championship games this Sunday, we're going to see how they fare this week. Fortunately, they're all playing. 3 of them are at home, 1 of them on the road, and we're going to cover those games today, so I thought that'd be kind of fun. Browns-Bengals is going to be our first game. Bengals travel to Kansas City to play the Chiefs, team that they have already beaten this season. Fascinating story there. And the ice in his veins kicker. Loved the quote that he had when he took a practice swing with his leg and just goes, oh, it looks like we're going to the AFC Championship. Love it. 49ers, they will travel to Los Angeles for the third time, or the third matchup, I should say, between those two teams. They take on the Falcons. I know we had the Falcons last week, but that's just how it's going to work out. Steelers are going to play the Chiefs, and then the Giants are going to take on the Rams in St. Louis. So buckle on in for 4 full games of action. That's how we do it right here every Tuesday on youtube.com/ShaunosaurusRex. 4 games. It's kind of like a full slate of NFL action, including a Monday game. You get a Monday or a Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, and a Monday night game. It's fun. Games last about 45 minutes. These videos are usually about 3 hours, a little over, depending on if we get into the overtime period, which we have seen a couple of times. We've seen overtimes won pretty much immediately because the rules are terrible, and we've seen a couple of ties so far this season as well. What does today bring? I don't know. Stick around to find out. Be sure to scroll down, subscribe, ring that bell so you're notified when I post new videos. Every day, 6 a.m., 4 p.m., you get a random video in the morning. You get a dedicated sports video in the afternoon. That is NBA. The 60-second season rolls on. Thanks for hanging out. Let's jump on in to our first game, which is Browns and the Bengals. We'll get you caught up on the standings at the end of the video. I think I did it last time. I don't really remember. I will be honest with you. My computer seems to be having more trouble with the recording aspect of it today, so hopefully that's not too much of a problem. But if it does freeze up, excuse me, it's because I need to free up space on my hard drive, which is causing the thing to lock up. Which, if I had realized that was the problem, I should have fixed that before I started the recording. But hopefully it's not too bad. If it is, I do apologize. Hopefully nothing incredible happens. Yeah, let's get started. We're going to go to Cincinnati for game number 1. We'll talk about some of the NFL action that happened throughout this weekend. And, yeah. It was a good weekend for football. Welcome on into Cincinnati, everybody. I know these records aren't great, but hey, we're just having some fun. We're just enjoying the football, and there's no way it's going to be as good as any of the action that happened this weekend. But this game has pretty consistently provided us with some fantastic games. So, yeah, welcome on in. Norman Hand on the Browns. Browns started as a big favorite this season to get to the Super Bowl. Or maybe not the Super Bowl, but at least the playoffs, compete maybe for a Super Bowl appearance. Kind of flamed out a little bit. Cincinnati, a big surprise, won their first ever. This was a mind-blowing stat. The Cincinnati Bengals won their game against Tennessee on a walk-off field goal. Ran Tannehill through a terrible pass. I don't know why you're throwing in that situation. Threw an absolute awful pass. Got tipped up, picked off. They run 1-2 plays, whatever. Call a timeout, which you don't usually do. And then they nailed a field goal. That is the first time the Bengals have ever won a postseason game on the road. What? I could not believe that. I knew that, you hear about the 31 years. They made it a bunch of times when Marvin Lewis was the head coach, but they could never win. I think he was 0-6 as a 0-6, 0-7, something like that. They just couldn't get over the hump, including one of those games, one of the games against the Steelers where they had just an absolute meltdown. They couged it, which is a Pacific Northwest term for snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. Just making bonehead plays in a game that you have won or is a high probability of winning, and you kind of just have to not screw it up terribly largely, and that's kind of what you do. But so congratulations to them. I'm very excited about that game. Unfortunately, I have to work for part of it, so I'm gonna miss some of it. I might just record it, but I do need to remember to stay off Twitter then, so I don't get updated. Turn my notifications off on the Score app. There's a nice first down run by Cincinnati. Lucas, Eddie George, that's right, Mike Allstott, Frank Waychek, I believe that is. I don't recognize either of the receivers. And yeah, new addition to the stream, by the way, this cup. You may have seen it in some other videos because this isn't like the first video I've recorded with it, but my mom got me this. It's a little cup, has a nice lid on it. It'll slide back and forth. You can drink it. I have water in here. So I have a new goal here on the stream. With these longer videos, I'd like to try and drink at least one of these. I know that's not a ton, but it's more water than I have been drinking, and it's not Mountain Dew. So that's kind of net positive. There's Al Harris, plays for Green Bay in real life, but not in this game. Maybe the goal should be 2 of these during this. For like the first 2 games, try to get through 1, you know? I don't know. But it is a goal that I'd like to have throughout, especially these longer videos. Usually the videos, I try to keep them under like 3 hours. So, you know, that's a good chunk of time to get some of this done. Oh, a nice run off the right side here for Eddie George. Speaking of nice runs, there was an incredible play by the Packers towards the end of the first half, and for some reason, and we've seen it in this game a bunch, but for some reason, Aaron Jones ran into the defender and was like, yes, I'd like to take you on one-on-one, when he should have just kept running up the sideline.
George runs it. He had nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. No gain.
I mean, obviously far from the biggest problem that the Packers had during that game. That game was terrible. Like, obviously, like, it came down to the, you know, the final play, you know, obviously being a walk-off field goal and all that, but my God, what an awful, awful game. San Francisco's defense played incredible. Green Bay plays a very, like, finesse, very, like, pretty boy kind of offense sort of thing of, like, we really rely on these receivers to get loose after the catch and rely on big plays down the field, and they had one of them, they had that big, it was like 75 yards or whatever, but that led to a blocked field goal. After Bosa nearly caused a fumble.
He's looking to throw.
Or I guess did cause a fumble, and Green Bay just happened. Oh my gosh, there were 6 defenders in that area. Bosa did cause a fumble, and then Green Bay just got very lucky to jump on it, come up with the ball. And then it was a blocked field goal. It was just a bizarre series of events. And Green Bay, I tweeted about it. I was tweeting throughout the game with that one. I predicted correctly that Green Bay would lose that game. The Bengals, oh my goodness, what an incredible downed punt right there. Dante Culpepper, LaDainian Tomlinson, Joe Jaravicius. I don't know who I don't know the M. Muhammad's first name, but yeah, I tweeted that Green Bay was going to lose that game. They had that incredible first drive, got out to a 7-0 lead. And I've seen it time and time again, especially with Rodgers as the quarterback, where they have a good drive, they get some momentum going. This even happened. I went to a game a couple of years ago, thanks to my mom, for planning that trip. It was awesome. It was amazing. It was a literal dream come true. But Green Bay got out to such a fast lead. They got out to a 21-0 lead against Minnesota. It looked like they had the game well at hand, but so often with Rodgers, because of the way they want to play offense, they stall out on drives. They have multiple 3-and-outs. They have short, like very short drives that they immediately then punt the ball back to the opposing team. The opposing team starts to get a little momentum. They may not get it, and they may not get it at first, but because Green Bay will pile up a couple of 3-and-outs in a row, their defense is on the field a lot. The other team gets a little progress, a little momentum. They start to play better. The defense starts to get worn down. They make mistakes, and all of a sudden, it's a game. It's instead of 21-0, all of a sudden it's 21-14. It's 21-21. You know, whatever the score may be, but it's close, right? Green Bay can't ever get that momentum back. They have incomplete passes. They have absolute bonehead throws. There were two plays. One of them I noticed during the game, and one of them that I saw a tweet after the game, where Aaron Rodgers just made a terrible throw. The first one was a throw to Davante Adams, which, if you watched that game, he really only threw to Davante Adams and Aaron Jones, and that was about it. Randall Cobb was on the field. They have Allen Lazard on the field. I don't know why you're not throwing to these other receivers. But the previous play, before the one that I'm referring to, one of the San Francisco cornerbacks went down with an injury. So you know that Aaron Rodgers is thinking, hey, I can take advantage of this matchup. I'm a god. No one ever questions me.
George gets
Whatever,
the ball.
you know, I can do whatever I want.
It's a nice gain of 7
So,
yards. Carswell made the tackle.
in comes
Tackle
Josh
in this game
Norman,
now, recorded
right?
by
Josh Norman
Carswell.
comes in.
I'll tell
He
you
had a
one
couple
thing,
of
they
good
need to
years. He'll
find
probably
a
mostly
way
be
to get
remembered
him
for his
blocked.
feud with Odell Beckham Jr.
Second down, Bengals.
But he had a couple great years in Carolina, and then I believe he went to Washington on a really big contract that I don't think panned out super well, and he's kind of bounced around a little bit, but obviously, you know, still good enough to play. He comes in to the game cold, you know, not really in the flow of the game. I don't know if he'd played any snaps before that point, or if he had, he'd probably played very few snaps before that point. And Rodgers knows exactly where he wants to go. He wants to go to Davante Adams on a fresh body. But San Francisco makes sure that there's a second defender like rolled to that side of the field, and make sure that it's a double coverage. So instead what we get is Rodgers trying to throw an incredibly finessed pass in between these two defenders. He's trying to get it like low into Davante Adams' hands, and it's just really ugly and very stupid. It's like, yeah, I understand that you want to take advantage of this matchup, but San Francisco also knows, look at this time of possession, 4:13 to 49 seconds, which doesn't make sense. That number doesn't add up. But he throws this really ugly, stupid pass, and it's such an encapsulation of like what Green Bay does, where it's just like Davante Adams the whole time. Here's this pass play that really doesn't make a whole lot of sense. San Francisco knows you want to do that because they brought in a fresh body. They know what you want to do. You want to pick on that guy. And not only, like, Josh Norman's not a bad player. It's not like they're bringing in some rookie. You know, they're bringing in an experienced veteran cornerback. And it was frustrating to watch. The second play that I saw, we're going to have a hold here on the offensive line. The second play was the final pass that Aaron Rodgers threw. He threw a monster pass deep down the field into double coverage to Davante Adams. And it seems like it's a dumb pass kind of in and of itself. If you look at what they call the all-22 cam, or at least look at screenshots of, you know, a wider kind of gap of the field, there is a receiver, I'm not exactly sure who, there is a receiver who is sprung completely free in the middle of the field that is an easy completion, and instead he throws it into a double team. They never got the ball back. They lost by 3. The defense for Green Bay twice this season played well enough to win and came up short by, I believe, 3 points. I think they lost to Kansas City by 3. And that was with a rookie quarterback, because we have a touchdown here for Jawan Dawson. I'm sorry. I butchered that, and I apologize. Nice catch. Got open. Look at that awful drive. That is gross. Look at all those runs. 1 penalty. Yeah. The defense for Green Bay has played, you know, even with Jordan Love coming in, and by the way, he's getting criticized far too harshly for his first start. Like, calm down. They played well enough to be in contention, probably to win the game against Kansas City. They played fantastic. Obviously, the special teams let them down. I think that's going to be too easy of a scapegoat. Like, people really need to be looking at like what Rodgers did, and some of the play calls, they like seem to get away from the running game. They had success leading to the field goal I think that was their first drive of the third quarter. They made some progress on the ground. It seemed like they got away from it, and again, it goes back to they really want to play a specific like finesse, pretty style of pass first football, and it just doesn't work when you're not in any sort of rhythm, you don't have any momentum, and you just throw to the same receiver the entire time. And then you pile on all the crap that Rodgers has been doing. Like, it's weird to watch those games, and listen to people be like, oh, they've dealt with adversity this season. And then Rodgers dealt with his own personal adversity because he keeps opening his dumb idiot mouth and saying a bunch of dumb crap. Like, stuff that just doesn't make sense. Stuff that, like, do you really not understand the concept of a peer-reviewed study? Like, are you really that baffled by it? Saying dumb things like putting the nail in the cancel culture coffin, and saying things that, like, when is science not science? It's just propaganda. And it's like, what? You're an idiot. Like, I've been so fooled by how much I've enjoyed watching you play football that I never realized that you're the most boring, biggest baby person ever. Like, you're just terrible. You're a terrible, unoriginal, boring person who falls into that same Joe Rogan camp of, like, I'm a free thinker and I listen to different opinions on everybody. It's like, no, you don't. You don't. You just say that so people think you're smart. You sit in front of bookshelves so people think you're smart. Like, you're an idiot. It's just, and it's so frustrating. The whole season, I mean, I guess the whole season did have an Aaron Rodgers sort of like shadow cast over it. Whether it was the free agent or the off-season stuff or the trade warning or the trade talks and all that stuff. Whether it was that or obviously the whole, COVID situation, which was fascinating to me to watch because he got caught with his own cockiness, his own cleverness, his own pretentiousness. He thought he was going to be able to dance around it, and then he got, and it's kind of beautiful, honestly. Big runs for the Browns on that drive. Stalls out there at a little bit there. Does end up with a field goal, so it is 7-3. 1:57 to go here in the second quarter.
There's the kick. Coleman starts up.
Thank you for listening to me ramble about that. Oh, nice run back here by Cincinnati.
What a nice return.
But, yeah, I mean, it could very easily be the last game we ever see Aaron Rodgers play at Lambeau. And I'm okay with that. I really am. I'm good. He has not delivered in the playoffs since he won the Super Bowl in 2010, 2011, whatever year that was. They have made 4, off the top of my head, they made 4 NFC Championship games. They played the Bucs at home. They played San Francisco on the road. They played Seattle on the road. They played Atlanta on the road. They lost all of those games.
First and 10.
The defense is playing a 34
like that's
defense.
not
Might not be a bad time to
that's
run.
not
There's
good.
Huge holes in that
Going
interior.
0-4 in those games. Dropping back to pass. That's a long throw. That's a pick, maybe? He may have come down out of bounds. We saw a lot of these passes the other day in one of the games. It was the Packers game. We saw a lot of Garoppolo throws that were just seemingly in the air forever. Where you're just like, that ball, it just floats, and you're like, there's going to be a defender there. And a couple of times there almost were. It was very reminiscent of the Buccaneers game from last year, where Tom Brady threw like 3 interceptions and still somehow won a football game. Ridiculous.
I think the defense has got to like its chances of holding the offense on this third down. They just need to make sure that they don't let a receiver get behind the
I felt very conflicted. I was okay with the Packers losing because Aaron Rodgers has been such a pretentious ass all season long. But I also felt bad because I've loved Green Bay for so long. It's like, man, this sucks to see them lose. But also, like, it's okay. And then we were treated to an incredible AFC game between the Chiefs and the Bills.
Mere seconds remain in the first
Like,
half.
just
Fourth down, Bengals.
unbelievable.
Second punt of the day for
Unbelievable.
Harris.
That first drive for the Bills, I loved it. I loved that first drive. 2 fourth-down conversions, including a touchdown. Amazing. Amazing. Loved what he was doing there. The coach just like, yeah, go for it. Go for it. We have to. We don't have an option, you know. Fantastic. Shame that it had to end the way it did.
The drive begins at the
NFL really does need to fix its overtime rules. They even like amended them so that game-winning field goals were taken off the table, but that somehow just made it stupider.
They're going to throw.
But
the officials have stopped the clock for
what a game. What an incredible, incredible game.
Second and inches.
I have no idea what's happening in this game. 7-3. And I didn't really watch much of the, I didn't actually watch any of the Rams-Buccaneers game. Mainly because I saw the score, and I was like, oh, this is it's a little out of hand already. And then I didn't watch much of the, I didn't watch any, I watched the last, I guess I should say, I watched the last 45 seconds of game time of the Bills and Bengals game. Because I got out of work a little late and had to go to the store. And
Culpepper looks downfield.
That was wild. That was... Oof, that's a bad way to end the first half. Cincinnati's up 7-3 over the division rival Cleveland Browns.
Cincinnati.
Bengals dominating time of possession, almost 2-1.
Cleveland is waiting for the kickoff.
I gotta remember before I start recording tomorrow to take some of the footage off of this hard drive. I didn't realize it piled up so quickly. I actually could probably just get rid of everything from last year, and that would be fine.
The offense now has to go a long ways for a score.
Gotta make sure I have everything uploaded though. Shouldn't be too tricky.
At the 19.
All right, let's watch a football game here.
I formation.
I'm as excited as I've been for the championship round in a long time. From both sides, I'm actually genuinely bummed that I'll be late to the game on for the AFC, but I shouldn't be too far behind, so I should be able to like fast forward through commercials, fast forward through halftime, catch up for at least the second half. So that'll be pretty fun. I'm hoping that the Rams win. I'd love to see Rams Bengals in the Super Bowl. Oh my gosh, big deep pass. That is an easy touchdown for the Browns.
Touchdown Browns. Culpepper threw it. Muhammad caught it, and the play.
Muhammad, 2 receptions, 99 yards, 1 touchdown. I need to blow my nose. So be right back.
The Browns line up for the point after touchdown. The kick is on its way. And it's good. Cincinnati is waiting for the kickoff. Hollis gets his foot into the ball. Dawson looks for running room. The kickoff return covered 32 yards.
The offense has to like their field position here on this drive. They've got a very short field ahead of them.
Snyder made the tackle. He brought him down at the 35.
Fantastic return there by
excellent field position to
by the
start this
Bengals.
drive. First down for the Bengals.
I guess 35 yards. I mean that's good field position.
There's a flag on the play.
The officials have stopped the game.
Should be offsides. I believe that is actually the first offsides we have seen.
First and 5.
Usually it's false start. We see a lot of false starts. We see a lot of holdings offensively. Don't see a ton of pass interference, and that might actually genuinely be the first offside penalty we've seen in week 6.
George didn't find any running room. No gain.
Oh, baby.
Williams is credited with the tackle.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
So do you, let me know down in the comments below.
It's
Do you
second
think
down.
that they should change the overtime rules in the NFL? I believe they should change them.
Man in motion.
And I think they should change them for the entire season.
Pass.
I feel like the temptation for the NFL would be
A
to
short gain on that pass to Hayes.
change them like just for the playoffs. But the regular season games still need to matter. They're already kind of, the NFL's already kind of playing with fire a little bit as far as the addition of an 18th week. This season was a little more chaotic than usual, so it actually kind of worked in to their benefit. But I remember, you know, when Peyton Manning was playing, there were a couple of times the Colts were 14-0, and they just rested their starters. I think that is actually a very real concern for the NFL, especially coming down to the wire. Green Bay had locked up the #1 seed this year, rested their players for at least part of the game against Detroit. If you get a team like Kansas City or Cincinnati or Green Bay's a good example that, you know, has nothing to play for. They're locked into his position. There's no reason for them to play the starters. I don't think that necessarily had any bearing on the divisional round exit for Green Bay.
He's going to throw it.
It definitely affected Indianapolis
The play covered 6 yards.
when they did that, because they came out and I think they just lost. It was bad.
Third down, Bengals.
Third down and 7. We're halfway through the third quarter here. Cleveland up 3 after the huge pass play
Like a draw play.
from Culpepper to Muhammad.
They're going to throw.
The
Lucas.
Bengals are going to get a first down
He
even
was
with
close to
running
a
into their
first
own
down.
player.
The ball carrier was brought
So they're
down by
inside
man.
Browns territory, inside that 40-yard line.
First down, Cincinnati.
Field goal here would be pretty big for them.
First and 10.
I wonder how many videos I mentioned it in, but actually, well, I feel like I should reset my computer, restart it, like factory reset, reinstall everything. I think that might help record maybe some higher quality videos. It also does balloon the file size. I did get a notification. It's like, hey, would you like to upgrade to Windows 11?
Second down at the 29.
Probably could do that.
Second and short.
Would probably be worth maybe looking into. Second down and 2 here as we wind down to a minute left in the third quarter. This is a very fast-paced game that I have no idea what's happening in because I was talking most of the time.
That'll be a loss.
Wow, that play didn't help the offense very much.
Tackled by Gibson. Third down, Bengals.
Third and 4.
It's a run.
Handed the ball off. Nice
Nice
move.
gain by George. That's
So
enough
Eddie
for a
George
first down.
giving him a
He
first
picked
down
up
inside the
6
25.
yards.
I like that.
25. It's kind of reminiscent of when I was playing
First down,
one of the
Bengals.
best, probably the single best
First and 10.
mascot game from a commentary standpoint, where I didn't even pay attention to the game. I just talked. I told stories the whole time.
Lucas is going to pass. He has been taken down.
Mascot
for a
Madness
sack.
got to make
I
a
love
comeback.
the way the defense got
I
after
gotta
the
figure that
quarterback
out.
on play. They were all over it.
Figure it out. I need to find a good game. I'm debating kind of going back to 04
The third quarter
because that's
is
the one
over.
that I haven't used. I've used 05, 06, 07 and 09, I believe, are the 4 that I've used. 2008 is also a viable, or is also an option, I should say. But 2004 doesn't have as many teams in it. So I could cut down, you know, I basically cut out a full round. I think there's enough for a 32-team tournament in there. But I'd have to look at it. I do love doing the March Mascot Madnesses. Those are talk-heavy videos.
The defense has 6 DBs in the game. He's looking to throw.
Ooh, got crushed. Still in field goal range, so that's good news.
He should have had that one.
I mean, I don't know if he should have had that one. He touched the ball and then got just obliterated. So 4th down and 9. Bring out the field goal unit, looking to tie the game at 10. I don't understand why all of the kicks are like that.
The kick is good. We are tied, and we've got a new game. The score is 10-10. That scoring drive covered 42 yards.
Cincinnati not with the best record here. They are in last in the AFC Central. Browns are in the middle of the pack. It's a little it's cluttered so far. As we get further in, we'll have...
There's the kick.
We'll have more like playoff implication games and stuff like that. So that'll be fun. Right now, it's just kind of giving teams a chance to shine. The Browns getting a chance to shine right here, except for the Bengals. I don't know why he ran into that man, but sure. McQuarters with a fantastic 77-yard run. It's like the Bengals player like had like a magnet. It was like, get over here. And he was like, oh, okay. I got magnetized.
The drive begins at the 20.
1st and 10.
So 4-12, amazing field position here for Cleveland. From the 20, they're already in the red zone, and they have already got themselves into a 1st and goal position here.
Allows the offense to keep the defense right where it wants, on the field.
1st down, Browns. Man in motion.
Sometimes I'm like, man, my videos are like, they're not recorded at like the highest, like, oh, that was almost an interception. Not recorded at the highest kilobyte per second. Like people, you know, take really, like I think like Bruce Green talked about how he was having trouble with his internet and he just needed 6 megabytes up, which means he's streaming at about 6,000 kilobytes a second, and that's how all his videos record, I assume. But then I'm like, oh man, I should probably try and like beef that up a little bit, you know, make it maybe look a little crisper. Then I'm playing 20-year-old football games, and it's like, it's already blurry. Who cares? But I also realize how often I watch videos, and I'm not bothered by it. That's a weird thing. That's a thing I've noticed about content stuff here. 3rd down and goal. I'll come back to that point here in a second. Culpepper. Looking. Running. Ran into a defender. That was anticlimactic. That is a waste of the best field position you could really ask for. That man's arm going right through Culpepper. One of the things I've noticed is I've been creating content for 3 years or so. Actually, a little over 3 years. I can actually get you an exact date. January 20th, 2018. It's 4 years? Are you fucking serious? I didn't even like make a post. I could have made a post yesterday. That was the first week in review posted 4 years ago yesterday.
There's the kick.
Wow. Back when I was doing 1 video a week. Oh, a fumble! Oh my goodness! 10 points in like 13 seconds. My gosh. When I'm making content, I always feel like I'm annoyed by things that like don't matter. Where it's like, oh, that sounds dumb, or this like doesn't make sense, or this looks bad, or the frame rate's weird, or whatever. And then I watch other people's videos, and I'm like, I don't care about any of this. I enjoy the content, so I just accept it. It's like, why are you so hard on yourself, Sean?
It's in the air.
Please?
And it's good.
The Bengals went from down 3 to down 10. Fumble recovery on the kickoff return. So they'll just do it all over again.
We're
And
waiting
just like
for
that,
the
it's a
kickoff
10-point lead
by
for the Browns.
There's the kick. Coleman has the ball and starts upfield. That return was worth 30 yards.
What a gutsy return. He took a chance on bringing that ball out of the end zone, but he made it work. Now his team has great field position.
Tackled by Carty. The drive begins at the 27.
So we're winding this
Just under
first
3
game
minutes
down.
left in this
2:53 here in the fourth quarter.
game. He's looking to throw. That pass was good for a short game.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I was very happy. There was a play that Kansas City ran inside the red zone on like a third down that led to, I believe it led to a field goal or maybe a fourth down attempt. Probably was a field goal. Maybe it was a fourth down. So I don't remember. It doesn't matter. Well, I mean, it kind of does. It was a play that Kansas City like annoys me. I like Patrick Mahomes. I would have rather seen the Bills advance just because they haven't been there. You know, I want to see some new faces. I don't want to go from like Tom Brady every single year in the playoffs in the Super Bowl to just one other guy. You know, let's have a little variety. Let's mix it up. Let's get a little Bills action, maybe a little Browns action, a little Chiefs every once in a while, but not every year. 4 years in a row they've been to the AFC Championship game. All right. But there was a play that Kansas City ran where they kept trying to get they were trying to confuse the Bills defense, and the way that Kansas City runs their pre-snap offense drives me nuts. I can't stand it. There was a play where they had run earlier in the season where they ran 3 people, not under center. Oh, he's going to pull away for a touchdown, Bengals. You can't go under center or that detones that you're the quarterback. That's how it works. So you have to be very careful with your hand motions, you know. So they had Tyreek Hill run under but just put his hands near his helmet. And it's all window dressing. And I just it drives me nuts. I hate it. And there was a play where they ran it yesterday where they were running people behind the center and trying to confuse the Bills defense. And they tried to run an option play and the Bills stopped it and it was beautiful. I feel like people who enjoy plays like that, play setups like that, really love Joaquin Phoenix's performance in Joker. It's just a lot of garbage that means nothing.
Cleveland awaits the kick.
I hate that movie so much.
There's the kick.
Just can't stand it. All right. So the Bengals are right back in this game. And the Browns spin out of a tackle. They're spin out of another tackle. Finally taken down to the 25-yard line. Bengals 3 timeouts. Down 3. Browns need a first down and they can get out of here with a win. 20-17. 1:45 to go. Turned out to be a pretty good game. Some real big plays by the offenses. Some real deep passes. There's a nice stop. Do we see a timeout? Do we see a timeout? Do we see any form of clock management? My brother tweeted at me. I don't remember if I said this last week, but my brother tweeted at me about one of the games that had happened in a previous week. I think it was actually the Browns and the Steelers. Hang on, I can probably pinpoint it. It was Browns-Jags. That's what it was. It was Browns and the Jags. I got confused because I thought someone took a timeout because the clock stopped with 3 seconds left. Turns out somebody just stepped out of bounds. And it makes sense that, the only kind of clock management that would happen in this game would be, accidental clock management. As we have a real big play there by the Browns. It should ice this game. I don't really know why Cincinnati took a timeout there. I thought he was out of bounds. Tomlinson with a spin move. That'll do it. That is it.
That was a fine run.
That is a very nice run.
Timeout called by the home
Probably
team.
two of the top
They have
running
no
backs in the
timeouts
league at
left.
this
First
time
down, Browns.
going at it in this game.
First and 10.
There's a marker on the field.
Cincinnati looking for a bit of a miracle here. False start. First and 15. Won't really affect it because they don't have any way to stop the clock. So
First and 15.
unfortunately, it looks like Cincinnati is going to fall.
You know, that play right there.
Well, actually, they'll
is
just
the
take a
worst
kneel
play
down.
in the world for the defense and the best one for the offense.
Second down.
So
Browns.
here we go. Game 1 will be
They're
done.
going to take their time before snapping the
We'll have
ball.
another game coming right up for you. This full day of NFL action. There's like a weird noise.
Conrad gets the ball.
Nice spin
He
move
found
off to the
some
right
running
side,
room.
down to the
He
35.
picked up 6 yards. That was Buchanan. He made the tackle at the 35. Third down, Browns.
I think the defense has got to like its chances of holding the offense on this third down. The safeties just have to make sure that no receivers get behind them.
4-3. They're gonna run. Oh, okay. I thought they were gonna throw another.
And this
Throw a
spectacular
pass.
game has come
All
to
right,
an
that'll
end.
conclude
Our
today's
final
first
score,
game.
20
to 17. The final score of the Taco Bell
Fans on the
highlight
screen
reel
now is
coming
the
up
winner
here.
of the Wilson
Game ball, Munchin Muhammad. Musson.
And now,
3
Taco Bell
receptions
presents
for
replays
111
of
yards.
key
Here's
action
the
from this
big
game.
one. Got free on the back end, and that was that. Touchdown, Browns. Bengals had a couple of really nice plays. They had 194 total yards of offense. They crushed the time of possession.
As much as Ron and I did. And thanks for tuning in. We'll be
But
here the next
when you give
time
up
you play NFL
when you give up
Fever.
big plays on the defensive side, you had obviously the fumble was huge. Wow, that'll do a 3-point game in favor of the Browns. Coming up next, we have the 49ers and the Falcons. Both of these teams in the NFC West. The NFC West is a super weird division in this game, aka in real life. At this time, there's there's an odd number of teams. There are 31 teams. It leads to some really weird division lineups, and the NFC West might be the weirdest one of them all. I believe they have the Falcons and the Panthers, which are teams that are nowhere near the West. Matchup of a couple of 2 and 3 teams and a division rival.
I'm Dick Stockton calling the
49ers, like I said, traveling not that far, traveling to Los Angeles to take on the Rams. 49ers have had the Rams number over the last couple of years. Could this be the magical 6 seed that makes it all the way to the Super Bowl? Have to find out on Sunday.
He's in his 12th season and he's still
Emmitt Smith, a lot of good running backs in these first couple of games here. Eddie George, Emmitt Smith, LaDainian Tomlinson. Hell, Mike Allstott's even in there. Granted, not a running back, but
the final margin was
still an offensive force.
Luck could play a role in who wins this one. I'm expecting another close game.
Thanks, Ron.
And I know I said it when we had that team on the previous time, but probably some of the last fullbacks you'll ever see. Like him, Mark Strong, John Kuhn, K-H-U-N for the Packers. We'll really see that. I don't think we'll see that position anymore. I'd be surprised if there's a team that even had a fullback on the roster. Especially with the way they move and shift people. Just use a tight end. Bring in an extra offensive lineman. Atlanta is going to get the ball first.
This game is underway.
And here we go.
Terrell looks for running room.
Getting a little in the middle, off to the right. Got tackled inside the 30. It's a weird. There's like a weird sound outside. I can't tell if it's in my headphones. And I'm just falling apart here.
First and 10.
Chandler looks for a receiver.
Wait, is Chris Chandler the quarterback for the Falcons?
Smith. He picked up 5 yards.
Oh, he is.
Take a look
That's
at
right.
the offensive
Okay,
starters
weird.
for the Falcons.
Antonio Freeman.
Second down, Falcons.
Could be. I guess it could be a TV in the other room. Maybe I already said that. I guess I thought about it. I was like, I could say this. Don't know if I did or not. Second down and 5. Emmitt Smith in the backfield. Just give it to him. Big old hole up the middle.
9 yards.
That'll set up Atlanta with a first and 10.
Down.
Nice play.
And here are the defensive starters for San Francisco.
Atlanta will have a little bit of a logo change. I believe that's in the next season. That was when all the alignments happened. Realignments, I should say, happened.
First down.
Houston
Atlanta.
Texans get
Just under
added.
4 minutes left in this quarter. Smith is the runner. San Francisco limited the ball carrier to a short gain.
Oh, there's like children outside.
Second down.
That's so weird.
Falcons.
It's like 8 o'clock. It's cold. It's been snowing today. A beautiful winter day here in the Pacific Northwest.
Man in motion.
Pitch out to the left side. The pitch game does not work very well in this iteration of it. Said that a lot. I am curious to see how the next version of the game kind of how it improves. And I do know to fix and make sure that I have all of the teams under user control so that I can do it this way. We'll also be throwing in some Madden 2003 as well, so that'll be exciting. We'll get the same season,
The ball carrier was brought down
just
by Coakley.
in 2 different games. Got to figure out how I want to do that. Initially, the idea was, do I do it like once a week, right? Do I just do it? Do I do it the same way? Just one game, 4 football games inside one video game.
The kick is away.
Do I mix and match? Do I don't know.
That punt covered 42
I don't know. Do I do the same games
Overlook the importance of special teams, but it's
to really see the difference?
The kicking
Aaron
team
Brooks.
got the upper hand on that play.
Take a look at the offensive starters for the 49ers.
I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter because the rosters won't be the same.
13.
First and 10.
I should probably just do individual seasons. I rotate between them. Full seasons of it.
Brooks will pass.
Man,
The quarterback keeps the ball.
like he turned on
Brooks was
turbo
shut down
mode or
at the
something.
line of scrimmage.
They were all over that play.
Mitchell is credited with the tackle. And here are the defensive starters for the Falcons.
Ray Lewis is on the Falcons. Interesting. Looking at these rosters, I just don't know. I look at it and I'm like, I've seen this team before. I don't remember any of the people who are on it.
Second down, 49ers.
Burning through this first quarter here, under 2 minutes to go already. Not a whole lot of movement happening here on the offensive side of the ball for either team. Second down and 10. Granted, this is San Francisco's first possession.
Catches the ball.
Not a great start.
San
Or I guess
Francisco will get
bad
credit for a
continuation.
completed pass, but they did not gain any yardage on the play.
That was a big play for the D. With their backs to the wall, they showed some heart.
Third down, 49ers.
Now they could try something tricky, like a reverse.
They're
or
down
a
and
flea
11
flicker,
here.
But saying a prayer wouldn't hurt either.
Brooks drops. The
Ooh,
pass is
incomplete pass.
4th down, 49ers.
It's 4th down.
Can you just
The
lock
punt
from
is
it?
in the air. Number 82 calls for a fair catch. That punt covered 48 yards.
Tom Tupa. 1 punt, 48 yards. Field position battle here. Falcons are going to get pretty good starting position
1st down, Atlanta.
for their second drive. Chris Chandler
One back
leading the
set.
Falcons out. You'll see a lot more red in the Falcons logo in the coming seasons.
It's a run.
They make the
Smith lost yards.
Falcon less like
Jones
straight
made
up
the
and
tackle.
down and more
Don't be looking at me.
in like a attack position or something. I don't know. I'm sure there's some dumb reasoning behind it. Like when they messed with or not messed with, but when
Second down,
they
Falcons.
tweaked the Seattle Seahawks logo and they're like, we wanted the Seahawks to look fierce. And it's like, you could also just calm down and just have it be like a design. This bird's angry. Brr. It's ready to score touchdowns. Oh my goodness.
The defense
Chris Chandler
gets to the
driven into the
quarterback,
ground, and very quickly they are losing good field position and setting themselves up for a huge, like, 3rd and 19. That's bad.
3rd down, Falcons.
Oh, wow, look at that. I was actually right. 3rd and 19 from the 30-yard line. They've lost 9 yards on 2 plays,
From the shotgun.
and that is how the first quarter will end.
Time is
Second quarter will start
expired
with
here in
a
the first
3rd
quarter.
and a...
That's the end of the first quarter.
What I loved hearing in a video I was watching the other day from Miles Dawkins, 3rd and Walmart parking lot. Fantastic.
3rd down, Falcons.
The 49ers have goose eggs just right down the line in their stats category.
It's a pass.
Oh,
It's picked off.
intercepted.
That interception was by McKenzie.
Ah, man, Mike
He ran the route better than
McKenzie.
the receiver did.
That was Cleveland. He made the tackle at the 47. First pick in this game for McKenzie.
Now that's how you help your team.
1st down, 49ers.
1st and 10.
The quarterback.
Oh, my goodness, another free rush
Brooks was sacked.
right up the middle.
3 yards.
Seen some offensive line
Take shots like this.
misses there on both sides of the
Second
ball.
down, 49ers.
2nd and 14.
Why are you using so much CPU, computer? All right.
Man in motion.
Wow, I can't believe it's been 4 years.
Is looking for room.
Wow, that is a huge
The
run.
officials are going to bring in the chains. And it's short, 3rd and inches.
The safest play for the offense here is to run the football. But the defense knows that. The offense may be able to bust them with a big pass here.
Davis is looking for room.
Penalty flag here.
And there's a flag on the
There's been a
play.
flag thrown by the officials.
Holding against the offense.
3rd down.
Holding against the
49ers.
offense, so 3rd down and 11.
Brooks looks downfield.
Brooks looking, firing to the sideline, hit immediately.
That pass
Get
was
across
good
midfield,
for
but
a
it won't
short
be
gain.
enough. Punt should be upcoming here for the 49ers. Battle of field position so far in this one. 49ers burning some pretty good field position
Fourth
here on
down,
this drive.
49ers.
4th and 7, right about midfield. Tom Tupa. Don't want a 48-yard kick here. You want something a little bit shorter. Could be a good
Tupa
angle
gets the kick away.
to the end zone.
Number 82
Oh, a fair
calls for a
catch.
fair
Interesting.
That type of coverage may
Didn't
not
let it
show
bounce
up on the
past
stat
him. That
sheet,
is,
but let me
it's a
tell
little
you what,
surprising.
The defense knows about it. That was great coverage.
First down, Atlanta.
So 3.5 to go here in the first quarter, or in the first half, excuse me. Falcons back with the ball. Why would you leave the goalpost in there? I know it's like transparent or whatever, but there's just no reason for it.
Picked up 4 yards.
Season passing yards nearly double for the San Francisco 49ers over the Falcons.
Second
That
down,
is
Falcons.
a very big discrepancy, and we're pretty early in this season, which is interesting to me.
Man in motion. Chandler is going to pass. That pass was good enough to get a first down for Atlanta. The receiver was Terrell.
I love plays like that.
Don't know that he was in bounds there. So it could be...
About 3 minutes.
Oh, I
left in this
was
half.
first down. Okay,
First
I
down,
apologize.
Falcons.
1st and 10 from the 23.
Man in motion.
But out of bounds stops the clock. Pitch game here.
Yash was
Oh,
able
if
to
he
get
broke
the
that
slow
outside to
gain.
the left. Yeah, he had a lot more green there, but instead moved to the right. Got tackled. I'll set up a 2nd down and long.
Second down, Falcons.
2nd and 8.
2nd and 8.
Not a great play. AI pathing needs to be a lot better. There's just no reason that he should be running inside in that category, or in that situation. That situation. It's a speed run category. It's called all the right jukes.
Third down, Falcons.
Where you can only juke to the right.
Atlanta in shotgun formation. Chandler drops.
Chandler floating it down the middle of the field off his fingertips, incomplete. Pretty good defense by San Francisco in both of those scenarios.
Fourth down, Falcons.
4th down and 8 from the
Second
25.
punt away for Johnson. Johnson gets the kick away. Davis on the return. He gained
San
8
Francisco
yards.
getting good field position here at the start of these drives, but they haven't been able to do anything with it. They've also done a good job of pinning the Falcons deep. 3 timeouts, a little over 2 minutes to go, 2:10 to be exact here in half number 1 of game number 2.
Man in motion. They're going to throw. Not much there on that pass play.
That's what I'm talking about.
That was the 2-minute warning.
That's the
Speaking of number 52, I believe that is
Second
Ray
down,
Lewis.
49ers.
2nd and 7.
went to go see my family last week. Very nice. Good to be over there. Good to see them, hang out with them, spend some time with them.
Brooks drops.
But
He was sacked.
went
He
and
lost
saw
6 yards.
American Underdog, which is all about Kurt Warner, which I guess I should be saving for the Rams game. But hey, Ray Lewis plays a kind of weird part in the film, but I don't know. I think of the 3 that went, I might have actually liked it the least. It is a very odd movie. It's a sports movie. It's about Kurt Warner. It's about his rise to the NFL. But the first, I guess, majority of it is a lot more about the relationship between him and his wife. And I was like very thrown by that because I was expecting it to be more about like
49ers.
the trials and tribulations of
This will be his
getting to
third
the
punt
NFL. He went through the Arena Football League and had an interesting journey. He was literally bagging groceries. He got cut by Green Bay back in the early 90s. And it was just a very
That's a touchback.
It's just a very weird movie. Some of the relationships between him and his teammates are like kind of like
First down, Atlanta.
just there.
1st and 10.
Like they're like, yeah, I'm Marshall Falk or I'm Isaac Bruce, and they're like, we got it. And I'm like, okay, I guess you guys are friends now. I don't really know. Sure, whatever.
Chandler
But there were
will throw.
3 very odd
Dawkins caught the pass.
things,
The play covered 6
mistakes in the
Timeout
film.
called by
So,
the home team.
number
2
1,
timeouts left for the Falcons.
actually, before I get into this list, number 1,
Our game is tied as we
stop.
approach the halftime.
Before I
break.
get into the
Second
list,
down,
the movie is skewed a little more towards the faith-based crowd, though that feels very shoehorned in, and it isn't like a super prominent factor
They're going
to it,
throw.
but there definitely like are
There's a
multiple
flag on the play.
conversations between him and the woman who would become his wife about like she just wants to
Boy, the ref's going to hear about that one after the game.
trust God and believe in God and all this stuff. And it's like, okay, that's all right. It's weird, but they're very brief conversations. So that was a little jarring because I think larger movie studios have figured out that there's like,
To pass.
hey, we can put like money into these kind of more faith-based movies, and we can kind of get a more steady or set return on them, and they're not as maybe divisive as people would, like. I mean, Disney's never going to put anything out like that, but Lionsgate or I think you've even seen some Warner Brothers stuff be like, we'll throw it out there, whatever. So it does have that kind of like skew to it. It's a PG movie, very family friendly. More like casual alcohol consumption than I would have expected from that, but whatever. I don't know. That just seems like something that people would maybe skip over if it doesn't have an actual impact on the story. And I only bring that up because they showed a trailer for another movie before American Underdog, where it was like another seemed like kind of faith-based movie. We got a pretty good run back here. San Francisco getting another shot at incredible territory or incredible starting field position in Atlanta territory. So we'll see what they can do with it. But they showed a preview for another movie that was PG. Seemed like it was faith-based, kind of family-friendly. It's kind of a weird whatever. With Zachary Levi, and the point of it was it's oh yeah, there's rated PG because there's alcohol abuse in it. It's like what? And that movie has more of a point with the alcoholism is ruining this man's life sort of angle. Anyway, 3 mistakes that I don't think most people are going to care about, but I noticed them. When they show a shot of Lambeau Field, it is completely incorrect. Just not even close. It's supposed to take place in the early 90s. Green Bay's Lambeau Field does not look like it does in the movie. I looked at that and I was like, oh god, that looks like the atrium that they added in 2003. And sure enough, I looked at photos of Lambeau Field from the 90s as the field goal is up and good. And it's like, oh, that wasn't even close at all. Wow. Wild. There are 2 other things that I noticed. The second thing I noticed was a musical cue that pops in, set in 94, 95, somewhere in that range. And the musical cue is a song by Grits featuring Toby Mac, which is a Christian hip-hop-esque group. I don't really know a whole lot about Grits, but the song is called My Life Be Like, and in parentheses it's ooh ah, because that's what it's my life be like, ooh ah, my life be like that. That song did not release until 2002. So it's just it's very odd that was the song that they chose, because it's just not.
The pass was incomplete.
I'm sure it doesn't bother anyone. Well, I shouldn't say anyone. I'm sure most people don't care. They'll just be like, yeah, whatever. It's the song that they used, whatever. Maybe they didn't have the rights to get stuff for Audio Adrenaline or something. I don't know what exactly would have been super popular as far as the mid-90s Christian rock. Because even the Audio Adrenaline stuff that I would think of is actually too late. That's 96. Big play by the Falcons, but they're going to run out of time down the middle of the field. Oh, no. The Falcons with their best play of the game, and it's too little, too late. They had 1 second on the clock. If he could have gotten just another step, might have been able to turn it into a touchdown. But alas, it'll end 3-0 Chris Chandler with a big bomb down the middle of the field.
We burned through the first
Third and
half of this
finally
game.
was another
Our score
weird
is
music
3-0,
cue
49ers.
when he gets to, I guess, spoiler alert, when he gets to the Rams, they kick in with PODs,
San Francisco
PODs
is waiting
boom.
for the kickoff.
And the footage is supposed to, like, the scene in the movie takes, I don't know why I said footage. The scene
kicks the
takes
ball.
place. We're going to have a
The kickoff
illegal
goes out of
kick
bounds. That's a
penalty? Illegal
Kickoff
procedure.
out of bounds, penalty against the kicking team.
So the San Francisco 49ers again
down,
are going to get
49ers.
fantastic field position, this time on the 40-yard line.
First and 10.
Their own 40. Wow. But the footage is, or the movie takes place at that point in like 1999,
Gets the ball.
because it basically is setting up like, hey, he's gonna make the squad, you know, but it's Mark Bulger's team,
Lewis wrapped him up.
and I thought that's what they would be. Anyway,
Second down.
yeah, so they kick in with POD's
Second and
Boom, which didn't release until 2001, but the scene's supposed to take place in 1999. And I'm like, what? What are you? All right,
Brooks looks
cool.
downfield.
It's just so odd. Oh, a big play again by San Francisco. Slips a tackler.
Oh, he's gonna score.
Touchdown, Niners.
Touchdown 49ers. That scoring
Terrence
strike was
Mathis,
caught by
62
Mathis, and the play
yards.
went for 62 yards.
Wow.
Number 80 can make one catch and fire up the whole team.
But I thought the movie was all
Touchdown
right.
catch of the day.
There's a weird, kind of a weird bit
The kicker has
where
come on for the
Ray
extra
Lewis is
point
like
attempt.
a villain, but it doesn't like explain why. Like it doesn't go out of its way. Like the movie counts on you knowing about like more about his life than they're willing to tell you, if that makes sense. Or they're like, oh, it's Ray Lewis, and it's like, hopefully you know who that is because we're not explaining it. Like, oh, okay.
Lindell kicks
So
the
then
ball.
he's, you know, and it makes sense, you know, because I know football, and so I know, you know, he's a menacing defender, especially in the early 2000s. You know, when this movie takes place. You know, he's a huge
First down,
defensive
Falcons.
problem to deal with on defense.
first and 10.
It's just like, oh, like, okay, so he's this villain, but it doesn't make sense. I don't know. It's very weird.
Smith has the ball. Coakley wrapped him up.
They also show him, so they show a little bit of his arena football stuff, which he's like very reluctant to do initially, but because
Second
of
down,
like
Falcons.
a different event, he's like a different event in the film. He's like, oh, I guess I should do this. And it's like, okay, that's all right. That's all right. You made that snap decision. But
Throw.
they show
A short
the
gain on that pass
like
to
the final play, and they come up short. They come up, you know, that short, like that short. And I thought for sure that they used that shot because they were going to
The
show
offense's best
they were
chance
setting
of
up
picking a
for
first down here is to throw it. But
the
defense
defensive
knows
stop
Now, a
that the
draw
Rams
play
made
might
at the end of the
surprise
Super
them.
Bowl
Then again,
on
might not.
I think it's Gerard Dyson being half a yard away, and I was like, oh, there's a reason they're doing it like this, is because they want to do this thing later in the movie. They just don't do it.
And was enough
Oh.
for a first down for the Falcons.
Huh.
The guy
I-
made that play look easy.
Interesting. I guess I would not be surprised if they shot that or were going to use the footage and then cut it because it
First down, Atlanta.
conflicted with, or would have conflicted with, like,
Atlanta has a man lined
the
up in
plot
slot.
idea that he worked really hard to get there. But, like, at the same time, you need help, and it doesn't take away from
Quarterback
what he
drops back
did.
to pass.
And one of the things I was going to say, I almost interrupted myself. That somehow was caught.
Outstanding
which is ridiculous.
pass play for the Falcons.
I thought it would focus more on like how improbable that season was. He wins MVP, Super Bowl MVP. They win the Super Bowl, and I thought it would be way more about that season and like he comes in because Mark Bulger gets injured in a preseason game
He picked up
and comes in and
That was a fine run.
You know,
That was a
obviously
nice
performs
play.
well, wins the Super Bowl. Well, they just kind of skim over that. It's very much like more of a love story than like a football
Down,
movie.
Atlanta.
And it was, I mean, it was fine. I didn't dislike it. I just think there were a number of decisions that I would not have made, that I wouldn't have worried about at all.
Chandler drops.
Maybe he should have just dropped the pass.
Sayout made the tackle. He brought him down at the 27. Second down, Falcons.
Second and 12.
Then I was going to go see,
Man in motion.
the next day I was going to go see The Tragedy of Macbeth at the local indie theater, the Magic Lantern.
The officials
But I
are
misread the
going to
time on
bring
the
in
internet.
chains. And it's
And I
short,
goofed it up.
3rd and inches.
For their sake,
So I didn't get to
hope
watch
the
it.
offense doesn't overthink the play call here. They need to keep it simple and just pick
Third
up
down
the
and
first
inches
down.
here for the Falcons. Look at that. You're getting a little bit of everything. You're getting some football commentary. You're getting a movie review.
Chandler has been taken
Who knows
down
what I'm
for
going
a
to talk
sack.
about during
You can
these
blame that sack on the offensive
exciting
line for not
weeks
blocking
of football.
and the
I
receivers
really
for
love
not
that
getting open.
animation. And I really have to pee. By the way, almost got this water done. Doing pretty well. So I should be able to try and get 2 of these down for some of these longer videos.
The kick is on its way. It's good.
Which I'd probably be doing a wonder for myself if I just merely cut back. I don't have to completely cut out soda or, Mountain Dew or whatever. But if I at least just looked at it and went, okay, we're going to just less.
We're waiting for the kickoff
There's a whole
by
other
the
quarter.
Falcons. Cedar
I do
kicks
now
the
have
ball.
POD's Boom stuck in my head
Driver has the
now,
ball and starts upfield.
which was a song that they stayed away from for
Kickoff
quite a
return
while.
covered 18 yards.
Their big hit was Alive. That album came out on 9/11. So it was ready. That album,
The drive
They use
begins at the
Boom
34.
pretty often,
First and 10.
especially in regards to football. They showed the Lightyear trailer at
He found some running room. He
American
picked up
Underdog.
6 yards.
and they showed it at Encanto as well, unsurprisingly, because that's a Disney movie. But
Second down.
when I originally saw the Lightyear trailer, I was like, why does this exist? Like, why? Who cares? Like, what is the point of this? I did like what Tim Geddes had to say, where it was like his idea was this is a reboot of Buzz Lightyear in the Toy Story universe, so it doesn't really like,
Got a hand on that pass.
it's not removing any sort of canon. It's kind of just like, okay, we've done the 4 Toy Story movies, we're good, and we're just gonna reconfigure this sort of thing. But I've seen that trailer a couple of times, and in theaters.
The third quarter
I don't know,
is
maybe it's
over.
just the how much I love going to the theaters, but watching that movie trailer a couple more times, I'm like, oh god, I'm very excited about this. Kind of makes me wonder why I didn't care in the first place,
Third
but I
down,
do like,
49ers.
I do remember just sitting there watching it and just, ugh, why? I guess I kind of wish that if they were going to do a space sci-fi, Star Trek-y, Star Wars-y, whatever sort of movie, they just come up with like new characters, not tie it to anything that already exists.
3 yards.
All right,
But I
that
think-
play didn't fool anybody.
I think now more than ever it is studios
Fourth down,
really like
49ers.
IP recognition and like
Is
brand
averaging
loyalty
over 40 yards per
or
kick
IP
today.
loyalty.
The punt is in the air.
Wow. Not a block.
Number 82
Fair
goes
catch.
for a fair catch. That punt covered 40
So the
yards.
Falcons will start with the ball just outside of the 22-yard line or so.
First down, Atlanta.
10-3 in the fourth quarter.
Couldn't hold on to that pass.
Oh, I should look. I just remembered something to look up on the internet.
As an interception.
2nd and 10, Atlanta.
Second down.
Shotgun formation. He's looking to throw. Chandler has been taken down for a sack.
That looked brutal.
Oh, no
My
release
heart
tape.
goes out to the quarterback. His teammates let him down.
I wonder if they'll put the tragedy of Macbeth out on Blu-ray.
3rd down, Falcons.
I kind of doubt it, but
Man in motion. He's going to throw it.
they definitely want you
The
to.
pass is picked
Oh,
off.
interception.
Was by Warfield.
Eric
I admire
Warfield.
a guy for making things happen. Unfortunately,
I just don't need to
he's
sign up
making
for another
bad
streaming
things
service.
happen.
I don't need to sign up for
First pick
another
in this game,
streaming
Ford
service.
Warfield.
I just don't need to do it. If I had just seen the movie in theater like I want, like theaters like I wanted to, this wouldn't be a problem.
Just under 4 minutes left in this game. First
I read
down,
4:45.
San
I said 4:45, and then it was at 4.
Francisco. Man in motion. It's a pass.
That's okay. Doesn't always
The
work out.
defense gets to the quarterback and he's sacked.
I'm sure the quarterback wants to get on his lineman after that play. I don't blame him for
Oh,
being
the
high
top
after
one
that.
is the Magic Lantern. Thanks. Oh, really?
2nd down, 49ers. Still a lot of time left in the final quarter. San Francisco will go from the I formation.
Oh, they still have French Dispatch. Interesting. They have 7 movies?
Brooks
6.
looks for a receiver.
Huh.
He keeps the ball. He made a nice run. He picked up 8 yards.
Why do all these
Third
posters
down,
have banners on them that say
49ers.
in theaters? Like, I'm aware
3rd and 7.
because I'm looking at it. In theaters. Okay, cool. Got it. Thank you. Thank you for the help.
It's a pass. He makes the catch. A short gain on that pass to Davis. Here come the pain.
All right.
Fourth
San
and
Francisco
4 for
with the ball
49ers.
after that interception now faces a 4th and 4 on the
His only
19.
attempt earlier.
See a field goal attempt here. Ryan Lindell.
The kick is up. And it's good.
That's the way I like it.
That scoring drive covered 6 yards.
Sack, a run, a pass, a field goal. 4 plays, 4 different colors on the
Atlanta
drive
gets back deep to
screen,
receive the kick.
and a 10-point lead.
Lindell kicks the ball.
Definitely
Number
did not get
82
all that
looks
water
for
in my
running
mouth.
room.
Fantastic.
That return was worth 25 yards.
So Atlanta's one big play that they couldn't do anything with. I mean, that would have put them in field goal range. If that was one play earlier, they could have gotten a timeout called.
First down, Falcons.
With 2:19, though, it's going to be a little tricky. They need 2 scores. Pitch to the right. Not a great play, and they fumbled
Picked
the
up by
ball.
The offense retained possession
Oh
of the
my
ball.
goodness. Atlanta lucky to have the ball. They threw an interception to end their last drive. They almost started this drive with another turnover. Atlanta has no interest in winning this
Second
game. They said,
down,
you know what?
Falcons.
We're tired.
The officials have given the 2-minute warning. We're nearing the end of this game.
2 minutes to go here. I don't know why you're running the ball in that scenario anyway. I know you have Emmitt Smith, but
Man in
you
motion.
don't have the time to really be running it like that. They'll hand the ball off again.
Tackled
I guess
by
you hope you
Jones.
spring a really big one. You catch the defense off guard, but
That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking
I don't know.
Timeout called by the home team. Atlanta still
It
has
looked like
2
that guy called a
timeouts.
timeout.
Third down.
I did
Falcons.
notice when Kansas City made that final drive to get the game-tying field goal. They threw a pass down to Kelsey,
The quarterback drops
and
back to
he got tackled, whatever. There were about 5 different players, like, just timeout, anyone who sees me. Including, like, 3 offensive linemen. It was great.
4th down, Falcons.
Oh, so it's 4th down and 3. Oof.
No playing it safe here. They will go for it on 4th down.
Clock is running here.
Chandler will pass.
Ooh, a diving catch to keep the drive alive, to keep the dream going.
Enough for a 1st down.
Chandler somehow threw that way too far out in front. Wasn't really any pressure. Wasn't really any reason to throw that ball that far away from him.
1st and 10, Atlanta.
1st and 10.
Chandler will throw.
Oh, a throw! It got behind the defender. We've seen that animation more and more frequently as the season has gone on. We'll watch the defender try to go for the swat or the interception. They whiff, and it's easy for the receiver to get behind that defender. A nice recovery, though, to get the tackle and not give up the touchdown.
1st down, Atlanta.
30 seconds to go.
1st and 10.
He's going to throw it.
Oh, he got
Chandler
absolutely
was sacked.
tattooed.
He lost 8 yards.
The protection completely broke down. The quarterback didn't have a chance.
Timeout called by the home team. Atlanta
Still
still has one
trying.
timeout left. This ball game is
Still down
nearly
10.
over.
2nd down and 19.
Falcons. Man in motion. He drops back to pass.
Oh, deep ball down the middle. Touchdown, Falcons.
Touchdown put the Falcons
5 receptions, 141 yards for David Terrell. It unfortunately is going to be a little too
That scoring
late.
drive covered 68 yards.
Nice play by Chandler, though. Every time when they throw the ball like that, I think it's going to be too far in front of them.
The attempt is on its way. And the kick is good. The Falcons are lined up for an onside kick. Cedar kicks the ball.
49ers recover, and that'll be the game. Atlanta made it interesting there and in the end, but it did not, unfortunately, work out for them. An interception really doomed them. We've seen a couple of teams try to make some good comebacks. Both the Bengals and the Falcons in these first 2 games had critical turnovers that led to their ultimate doom. Obviously, the fumble recovery on the kickoff for in the Bengals game, and then the interception that the Falcons threw. Brooks take a knee here, and that will do it for game number 2. So, one playoff team remaining, or one of the 4 playoff teams remaining has won. One of the 4 playoff teams remaining has lost. Is this a sign of things to come? Does Kansas City win? Does the Los Angeles Rams lose? Who knows? We'll have to stick around to find out. We got 2 more games coming up for you. We do have the Taco Bell highlight reel. This big touchdown from the San Francisco 49ers. This might be the interception. No, this is the touchdown at the end of the game. Chandler with a sack. Another team with a dominant time of possession. A lot more yards as well. 224 to 108. 201 passing yards for the Falcons. A couple of really big plays for the Falcons, but it wasn't enough. They fall 13-10 to the San Francisco 49ers. Stick around because we have more action coming your way. Steelers taking on the Chiefs. It's coming up next right after this brief break. While it floats, or while I throw it to this other screen, be sure to scroll down, subscribe, ring that bell, make sure you're notified when I post new videos. Help me get to the sweet goal of 711 subscribers. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you're enjoying. We'll be back with a couple more games here. Steelers, Chiefs coming up next. Giants, Rams to wrap it up. Thanks for watching, and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Before we start this next game, I am going to back out here. Go ahead and save because I backed the chair up way too roughly into like the wall behind me, and the cord for the Xbox is behind the arms or the legs of the chair. So, you know, maybe make sure that this gets saved. All right. A couple of 3-point games, though they aren't maybe as close as you would think they were. Steelers taking on the Chiefs coming up next here on in week number 6, NFL Fever 2002 continues.
Welcome to Kansas City. We're glad you're
1-3 versus 5-0. Yikes. Not good.
I'm Dick Stockton, and now to share his thoughts on this encounter, I'm going to turn it over to former NFL player Ron Pitts.
How you doing, fans?
Ron, who are the guys to watch?
Looking for an offensive mind.
So we'll see what happens here.
Well, here's your
John
guy.
Lynch
This guy can
on the
terrorize
Steelers.
an offense. There's nothing he likes better than stealing a pass. Terrell Owens is a tall target who plays very aggressive.
Oh, wow. Terrell Owens, who they're highlighting today. We saw the Chiefs back in week 1 or 2.
Thanks,
1.
Ron. And now let's go down to the field for the coin toss.
No, we actually saw them last week as well.
Captain, what's your choice? He called heads. It is heads.
This is where the game will be Sunday.
And elects to receive.
I think it starts at noon
We're
Pacific.
waiting for the kickoff by Kansas City.
I got to make sure to get stuff recorded.
This game is underway. Coles looks for running room.
Good start here. Oh, that looked like it was maybe going to be a decent return. That guy came off the left side of the screen. Crushed him. So one water container down. Second one started. Not necessarily trying to rush to get it because I do need to go to bed after this, and I'm going to be up all night peeing my pants.
First and 10.
Who is the quarterback here? It looks like it might be a Doug Flutie. He wore number 7, I believe. Get our lineups here. It is Doug Flutie, Marshall Falk. Another fantastic running back is Shannon Sharp. Great follow if you're not following him on Twitter and you like sports. Great follow on Twitter.
Second down, Steelers.
So second down here for the Steelers. Doug Flutie played mostly for the Bills, but did end up playing for the Patriots and had a weird extra point kick. Man, that guy is fast. Marshall Falk. And then they fixed the rule or something, so they couldn't do that anymore. It's very, very odd. It is interesting that they show 12 people for the defense. A lot of smiles on that. You love to see it. Fields absolutely knocking it out. Guy on the bottom right, whose name I didn't catch, crushing it. Be interesting. Speaking of knocking things out, after I knocked out the Los Angeles... Oh my goodness, how was that not a first down? After I knocked out the Los Angeles Dodgers in the World Series, we might not even have a baseball season this year, so we'll have to see how that works out.
4th and inches.
2 of the 3 times I have tried to do seasons of baseball, there's been 2 weird... Oh my goodness, a mad lad! It's intercepted, basically an arm punt.
That interception was
You love to see it. You love the aggressiveness, even if you hate the Steelers.
Pick in this game for Evans.
That was fun. He did throw it into quadruple coverage. Very bad.
Take a look at the offensive starters. for
Peyton
the
Manning,
Chiefs.
Terrell Owens, as they pointed out, explains the Terry Glenn. No, that's not Terry Glenn. I'm sorry. I was thinking wide receiver.
First down, Chiefs.
First and 10.
Yeah, I did one in 2020. Obviously, they had a very shortened season because of COVID.
Red 29.
Man in
I did it
motion.
last year. Got it all through 185 games, including some playoff stuff, extra playoff games. Spent 16 days in the game according to my Xbox. Not the most accurate stat time because it does just count when the game's running. I get up and forget it's
And
on.
here are the defensive
But,
starters
you know,
for
it
Pittsburgh.
happens. But this year, see if baseball even makes it onto the field. The CBA has run out. There is a lockout happening right now.
First and 10, Kansas City.
It is, and I can't stress this enough, it is imperative that they figure this out and start on time. Baseball is already struggling. It's already not doing great with the young people. I can't imagine any sort of cancellation that isn't related to like health and safety. It's just, you know, billionaires arguing with millionaires. It's not going to help.
Second down,
But we'll see.
Chiefs.
The interesting thing is, and I was talking about this with someone today, is like they can't even release a baseball game with the players' likenesses, which is something I'd never really considered. So I think usually about this time we would be getting some kind of information about MLB The Show, but I think the lockout makes that that impossible.
Nailed him on that one.
So it's very, very interesting to me.
Third down, Chiefs.
Third and 50.
You want a blindfold, man? Blue 10.
Man in motion. They're going to throw.
Oh, big bomb from Manning.
Incomplete.
Incomplete.
Fourth and 15.
Red 29.
It's fourth down.
The kick is
Wow,
away.
two very early dives there. Pop on to
That
Twitter
punt goes
here.
into the end zone and will not be returned. That's a touchback.
Let's see. They have a new 11th inning showdown in that one. I mean, they really haven't been
Drive
tweeting a
begins
whole lot.
at the 20.
So I don't think they can do anything with it.
The quarterback drops back to pass. The pressure gets to Flutie. He is sacked.
That was painful to look at. That's the kind of
like this
play
all
that makes me
game,
glad
all
I'm up
game.
here and not down there.
Second down, Steelers.
Second and 50.
So we'll see what happens there. I'd like to, try and do it again. Maybe this is the sign to get out of it while I'm ahead.
Pass. He
My
reaches
brother
the
actually got me a
Ricks caught the pass.
Christmas
The
gift,
play covered
and he
6
handed it
yards.
to me, and it's just his hat. And I'm like, okay, like cool, all right, I wear hats, all right, sure. And he just says 105
Steelers.
and 105-57, and I'm like, what the hell does this mean? He's like, yeah, like what did we do this year? And I'm like, we did not do anything together. We survived an ant outbreak in that apartment that we shared.
That's a catch.
I don't think that really has anything. Did we kill 105 ants and they, bit me 57 times or bit you 57 times? I don't know what's happening here. He's like, no, what did we go through together? And I'm like, well, what are you talking about? And he's like, oh no, it's the record of the baseball team. I'm like, oh,
First and 10.
Oh, and then I answered kind of snarkily, which I felt bad about. I was like, well, you didn't do anything. Like, I played all the games. I was like, oh, well, that's not the point. He watched them, supported. Like, fucking, what did calm down, sir?
Made a nice run. He picked up 5 yards.
I was thinking about it, like you say something. Sometimes you say something and you feel like you're hitting like a specific tone. You're like, oh, this is like a joke. We're all having a good time, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Then you like lay in bed thinking about it at night and you're just like, oh no, that came out like a jerk. I didn't mean for it to be like a jerk moment. That wasn't the intention.
Second and 5, Pittsburgh.
Second and 5.
Well, we'll see what this what the season brings. Shout out to that game being available on Game Pass.
The officials are going to bring in the change.
On the Xbox.
And it's short.
I highly doubt the next installment will be available on Game Pass.
Man in motion. They're going to throw. That play covered 5 yards and was enough for a first down for Pittsburgh.
A nice job of throwing and a nice job of catching.
Evans made the tackle. First down, Pittsburgh.
First and 10.
This was a playoff matchup last week. Kansas City dominated Pittsburgh.
Paul has the ball. He found room to run. He picked up 4 yards. Second down, Steelers.
Second and 6.
Man in motion.
Second down and 6. We are in the second quarter of this game. These games go by very quickly. I really appreciate that. Big run off the left side. Falk does get tackled.
Nice work down there.
But a nice gain.
First down, Pittsburgh.
No score here. First and goal, I believe. Yeah, first and goal. They're just inside the 10-yard line.
The quarterback drops back to pass.
Throws to the left side. A little medium gain there.
2 yards.
Second down and 7 or so.
Within striking distance, it's second down.
It's second and
Pittsburgh lines up in I formation. It's a run.
Oh, there's a nice tackle there.
Wow, what a play by the defense.
Carter made the tackle. Third and goal.
third and goal.
The defense is playing nickel. That means it's a good time to run a draw.
They're down and goal. They won't run a draw. Instead, they'll drop back to pass. Ooh, a nice tackle by Kansas City inside the 5. That'll set up a 4th and goal scenario. I think we'll see them go ahead and just kick a field goal here. Call it good.
Down, Steelers. The kick is up.
And with a little over 2 minutes to go, we have a good field goal. Morton Anderson.
Drive covered 78
Big
yards.
old pass play there. Chipped their way down the field after that. And got a field goal. So 3-0. The undefeated Chiefs find themselves behind in the second quarter.
Anderson kicks the ball.
Oof, that one
That's
is
a
out of
touchback.
the field
ball
of
will be
play.
brought out to the 20-yard
Out of the
line.
field of play?
Wow.
It's out of bounds.
That was a great kick.
Is a better way to say
really
that.
stepped into that.
Competent way to say that, maybe.
Have stepped in to
This
give
is
the
why I'm not
2-minute warning.
commentating the games.
2
I'm just
minutes left
talking.
in the first half. The drive begins at the 20. The Chiefs come to the line and set up in the shotgun. They're going to throw.
Manning looking for an open man. Finds him on the sideline. We'll see if he got his feet in bounds.
5 yards.
Sounds like he did. I don't know about that, but okay.
Second down, Chiefs.
Second down and 5 inside 2 minutes to go.
Only one running back.
Blue 10.
Manning will throw.
Off his back foot. Oh my goodness. Somehow that was not an interception and almost got caught and then ended up being incomplete. That was a very wild throw
Third
right there.
down, Chiefs.
Now, see, this is the kind of situation where your offensive coordinator earns his money. Everybody in the stadium knows that this guy is going to pass.
The quarterback drops back to pass.
Finds him on the outside. I don't think he got enough for the first down. The
And it's
chains
short.
confirm it.
4 inches.
Fourth
The
down.
offense is set to punt the ball away.
Now punt the ball away. 1:48 to go. They did not take a lot of time off the clock. I think about 20 seconds came off. There will be a little bit more here with the kick or with the punt. So 25, 26 seconds maybe. They kicked it away with about 2:07 to go. The Steelers did. 1:42, so that would be 25 seconds. We'll see what Pittsburgh has here.
Looney drops.
Oh, that probably should have been a pick. That was an excellent jump on that route right there.
Second down, Steelers.
Second down.
Oh, forgot to make a tweet about the video that went up today. Life is Strange continues to be a very good game that I enjoy playing.
He lost 4 yards.
Looks like the quarterback
Episode chapter 4 going up yesterday. Did I not? Oh.
Third down, Steelers.
Why is that written so weird though?
Shotgun
Is it displayed
formation.
correctly on my channel? What in the world?
Red 22.
Flutie will throw.
Sorry,
Incomplete.
So you got me?
weird.
Fourth down, Steelers. The Steelers have their punting unit on the field. Sauerbrunn gets
Ooh,
the kick
punt
away.
from Pittsburgh here.
Slater calls for a fair catch. The kick is
Oh
This
no!
one's going to be 6. He's gone.
What in the world happened there?
The Steelers line up to kick the extra point.
So 2 turnovers on special teams plays in these games so far today.
Kansas City is waiting for the kickoff. Anderson kicks the ball. Schrader looks for running room. That kick will not be returned. It's a touchback.
Heck of a kick.
First down, Kansas City.
First and
They're
10.
playing a 43 defense. If you're going to pass, you got to neutralize the pass rush from the front 4.
It's a pass.
Manning rolls to his right, looking, finds something over to the right side. 5-yard gain there. I can't believe I took my eyes off the screen for like 2 seconds. I even in my headphones heard, oh, he called for a fair catch. I guess just muffed that punt. Turns into 6 points for the Steelers. Kansas City could be in some trouble here.
Second down, Chiefs.
Red 29.
It's a pass.
It's dropping, fires over to that left side. Again, not sure if he got inbounds.
It's incomplete.
Ooh, it's incomplete. That sucks.
3rd and 4 for the Chiefs.
It's 3rd down.
Blue 10.
The quarterback drops
Manning
back
drops
to pass.
back to pass. Nice throw there.
Huge pickup for the Chiefs.
Gotta hit that right stick a little bit earlier,
That's a
CPU.
momentum builder for the offense.
Timeout.
Timeout.
Called by the home team.
I think a
Kansas City
3-point
still has
or
one
a field
timeout
goal
left.
here. 3 is big.
1st down, Kansas City.
1st and 10.
31 seconds to go.
Who's your daddy?
Who's your daddy? Okay.
Blue 10.
Manning will throw.
Oh, that's a bad time to
It's a
take a sack.
And that's a loss of 6 yards.
The defense
Y'all
schemed
ain't
that
ready?
one perfectly. That led to the sack.
Timeout called by the home team. That was their final timeout. 2nd down, Chiefs.
21 seconds to go. 2nd down and 17.
Stay loose. Red 29.
Manning looks downfield.
There's it deep downfield into triple coverage. 2 receivers in the same area. Not a good sign, typically.
3rd down, Chiefs.
3rd down.
We gonna get you. Blue 10.
Manning is going to pass. The ball's
Ooh,
been
boy.
intercepted.
Floated that one over the middle of the field.
Interception was by Fuller.
You know,
Kansas
hindsight
City
always
is having a
perfect.
full-on
That's why
meltdown
no
here.
problem at
Peyton
all
Manning, that was a
saying
terrible
great decision
throw.
by the quarterback.
McDaniel
Over the middle of the
wrapped him up.
field,
First
floated
pick in
like
this
that.
game
You are
for
asking
Fuller.
for
Now
trouble, and
that's
he
how you help
found
your
it.
team.
First down, Pittsburgh.
1st and 10.
Rudy, we gonna get up in your grill. Red 22.
Bump that a little bit. 12 seconds here for Pittsburgh. We'll see what they can do.
Will pass.
Penalty. We might have a hold here.
Called back. There's a marker on the field.
Oh, that's too bad. That was a fantastic play there. I like that little flip will dump out to the right side.
1st and 20.
Red 22.
Flutie looks for a receiver. He completed
Tried to
that
go for the
pass.
say play there,
play
but
covered 5
nothing
yards.
doing for the Steelers on that one. That'll do it. One more play, maybe. Can't be much time left at all in this half.
2nd down, Steelers.
4 seconds.
2nd and 50.
Red 88.
Neal runs it. He was stopped after a short
All right,
gain.
nothing doing there, and that'll end the first half.
Of this game. Our score 10-0, Pittsburgh.
See if Kansas City can make a bit of a comeback. 7:19 on the time of possession. Teams that have led in the time of possession have not won games today.
By the Steelers. Anderson gets his foot into the ball. McDaniel looks for running room. He brought the kickoff back 26 yards. The drive begins at the 27.
1st and 10.
Kansas City lines up in I formation.
Red 29.
There's a marker on the field.
We're going to get another offside here. 3 points would have been even bigger considering that Kansas City does get the ball.
1st and 5.
Does get the ball here to start the second half, so missed opportunity to at least try and get something on the board.
He drops back to pass.
Peyton Manning with a run
Keeps the ball.
all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Ripped off a
Might be
huge
the
gain.
wildest thing we've
He
seen all
picked up
day.
12 yards.
That was a fine effort there.
The stop was by Heath. It's first down. They'll snap it at the 44.
First and 10.
Kansas City is going with one running back.
Blue 10.
Manning drops.
Oh,
Schrader makes the catch.
might have a hold here
There's a flag on
again.
play.
Against the offense.
First
It'll be
down,
first and
Kansas City.
20.
First and
Erasing so much good that they've
Two-back
done.
set for the Chiefs.
Blue 10.
Anderson is looking for room. He found some running room. He picked up 7 yards. Second down, Chiefs.
second and 13.
Boy, I hit that 9 o'clock wall hard here.
Blue 10.
The quarterback drops back to pass. Conway caught the pass. The play covered 5 yards. Third down, Chiefs. Still a lot
Third
of time left
and
in this
7,
third
right around
quarter.
midfield.
Blue 10.
Man in motion. He's looking to throw. It's
Oh, I don't love that play. I don't know if that was even intended for that player right there. He dove for it. But I don't know. There was another receiver behind him, closer to the
Burger is
sideline.
averaging over 40 yards per kick today. The kick is away.
Oh, Kansas City had a great opportunity to
That's
field
a
it
touchback.
deep in their deep in their own territory. But they don't. For whatever reason, when the runner like calls fair catch and starts
The
running
drive
up the
begins
field,
at the 20.
the defender, or the gunner or whatever, runs on over and is like, "Don't worry, I got him."
Red 22.
He drops back to pass.
Big old float pass into triple
That
coverage.
pass was deflected.
Nothing doing there. Please stop throwing incompletions. Some of us have bedtime, you know.
Second down, Steelers.
It's second down.
Blue 17.
The quarterback drops back to pass. Flutie completed that pass. The play covered 6 yards. Third and 4 for Pittsburgh.
Third and
See what the Kansas City defense has drawn up here. 2 for 5 on third down are the Steelers. 1 for 5 is Kansas City.
Flutie drops. He
That'll
makes
be,
the-
what is that, 3 for
That's a
6
first
now?
down for the Steelers. The pass was caught by Sharp.
Now that's how a pass play is supposed to work. That was a nice gainer.
First down, Pittsburgh.
First and 10.
Red 88.
Falk is looking for room.
Oh, a nice spin by
He
Falk.
gets a nice gain of 6 yards. McNeil is credited with the tackle. Second down, Steelers.
Second and 4.
Blue 17.
Falk with the ball.
There you go.
Nice gain by the halfback. That's enough for a first down. He picked up 8 yards.
Look at him stretch.
Fields made the stop. First down, Steelers.
First and 10.
Brad, 22.
Paul has the ball.
Ooh.
He made a nice run.
Ran into his
He
own
picked
man's
up 7
ass.
yards. Fifth tackle in this game now, recorded by Tongue. Second down, Steelers.
Second and 3.
Pittsburgh is going with split backs.
Brad, 22.
We'll pitch out to the right, and that still isn't working.
4 yards.
Good defense by Kansas City to slow them down there.
Tongue made the tackle. He brought him down at
Lick
the
a tongue?
47.
Number 25 was all over that play.
Third down, Steelers.
Should end the third quarter. We'll start the fourth with a third down and 8. Kansas City still an opportunity to get into this game, to get back into it. Obviously, that turnover huge. The 5-0 team has 0 points on the board. Not a lot of time of possession. Not a lot of yards. Steelers eating the clock up. Field goal. Giving up a field goal in this scenario isn't the worst. Is the worst. Flutie's gonna run. He's got the first down and more inside the 35.
Play by the offense. He ran for a gain of 12 yards. First down, Pittsburgh.
First and 10.
One back set.
Brad, 22.
Paul runs it.
Falk
He found
running.
room to run.
Nowhere to
He picked
go
up
there.
5 yards. Second down, Steelers.
Second and 5.
Brad, 88.
Man in motion. Paul with the ball. Nothing doing
Ooh,
there.
nice
That
play there by
lost
Kansas
2
City.
yards.
Pathetic.
Hicks made the tackle. He brought him down at the 31. Third down, Steelers.
Third down and 7. Time ticking away. Kansas City running out of hope with every second that ticks by.
Brad, 22.
Flutie looks for a receiver.
Flutie floats it up. I don't know how that wasn't an interception. That would have been a huge play. There was a guy standing with his hands out, ready for the ball, and just did not come away with it.
Fourth down, Steelers.
Blue, 17.
Gordon Anderson 1 for 1 today.
It's in the air.
Good off the crossbar. Wow.
That scoring drive covered 49 yards.
Not a whole lot of success passing the ball. A couple on some early
Pittsburgh
downs
is ready to kick a
or
deep.
early plays in the drive. But mostly runs on that back half. The runs on the back half. Good
Raiders has
job.
the ball
Excellent
and starts
description there.
upfield.
Push to the left. There you go. Find a little
Kickoff
angle.
return covered
Had some
28
players
yards.
defending
Lassiter
way
wrapped
out
it
at the
up.
50.
The drive begins at the 31.
First down and 10 from the 31.
A single
long
running
way
back
to
on
go.
this play.
Kansas City needs 2 scores.
Conway runs it.
Reverse.
Good play by the
Don't know why they
defense.
run those
That'll be a
plays. They
loss.
just do not work.
That was a wasted play by the offense.
Ellis made
A
the
wasted
tackle.
play is a generous way to phrase that.
Second down, Chiefs.
Second and 13.
Manning drops. Hardy catches the ball.
Now that's how a defense is supposed to stop a pass play.
Not great. Not great.
Third down, Chiefs.
3rd and 12.
Hey, Manning, don't worry. There's a doctor on the sideline.
Manning will throw.
Manning throws short over the middle. Not going to get the job done.
It's going to be like this all game, baby, all game.
Just over 2 minutes left in this game. 4th down, Chiefs. The officials have stopped
4th
the
down
clock
and
for
6,
the
and they're going to
2-minute
punt the
warning.
ball away.
4th and 6 for Kansas City. Berger is averaging over 40 yards per kick today. Berger gets the kick away. He
Berger,
calls for a fair catch.
Bob's Burgers, getting the kick away. Kansas City, I don't really know why they went with the punt there. I think you gotta go for it.
1st down, Pittsburgh.
1st and 10.
Paul is looking for room. He was stopped at the line.
The defense put a freeze on that play. That was just cold-blooded.
Fields made the stop.
Fields always seems to make the right play.
Timeout called by the home team. 2 timeouts.
The first
left
time
for
we've
Kansas
seen,
City. 2nd down, Steelers.
First time we've seen no real comeback attempt from
Paul
the
is looking for room.
team that was down for the most part. Kansas City just getting blanked here, and Pittsburgh looking like the much better team. Of course, there is still a couple of minutes here. 1 timeout left. 3rd down and 14, so they can still try to make it interesting, but their offense has not done a whole lot during this game anyway, so I don't think it really matters. Falk off the right side. Just had too far to go. That'll at least force Kansas City to use their 3rd and final timeout.
No timeouts left. 4th down, Steelers. 2nd punt of the day for Sauerbruch. The punt is in the air. Schrader calls for a fair catch.
Fair catch inside the 30. That's where the Chiefs will start their next drive.
First down, Kansas City.
1st and 10.
Red 29.
Man in motion.
91 seconds to go.
They're going to throw. The quarterback
Oh my
keeps the
goodness,
ball.
Peyton Manning.
Manning ripped off a huge gain. He
That's a
picked
big
up
run.
13 yards.
No timeouts, so they're going to run a lot of clock here trying to get this stuff figured out. The biggest detriment to any team trying to make a comeback is the game just doesn't understand how to run a hurry-up offense. Hopefully that's fixed in future installments.
He drops back to pass.
Feel free to patch it if you'd
That
like.
pass was good for a short game. Second down, Chiefs.
2nd and 7.
101 to go here.
Kansas City lines up in the shotgun.
Blue 10.
Manning looks for a receiver.
Oh, touchdown, Kansas City.
Manning threw it. Owens caught it, and the play
Wow.
went for 54 yards.
I spoke too
Number
soon.
81 is one of the
They have to get an
most
onside
precise
kick.
runners in the NFL.
All right, so they did make it interesting. I spoke too soon.
And now for the extra point attempt. The attempt is on its way. And it's good.
Kick was good.
The Chiefs need to get the ball back right now. They appear to be lined up for an onside kick. Murray kicks the ball.
Kick, nice high bounce. Oh, Pittsburgh came up with it. That was not a bad shot at an onside kick.
First down, Pittsburgh.
So that'll do it. Pittsburgh will walk away with a 13-7 victory. Score a little closer than the game was. Pittsburgh in control for most of it.
Mere seconds
See some
remain in this
kneel
game.
downs here.
Second down, Steelers.
And we'll be on our way to our fourth and final game. Giants taking on the
clock is their
Rams.
ally. They will let it run down before snapping the ball.
We'll have 6 weeks done, 11 weeks to go, plus the playoffs. I think it's going to be a 3-week playoff format, I believe. Should be wild card, division, and then championship / Super Bowl.
Third down.
/
Steelers.
maybe Pro Bowl.
3rd and 16.
That'll do it for this one. 13-7 is the final. 3rd and 16 was the next play, but it doesn't matter because the game is over. Pittsburgh comes into Arrowhead, takes care of Kansas City, and Lawrence, actually Lavernius Coles, 2 receptions for 44 yards, 22-yard average. No touchdowns.
Let's take a look at the Taco Bell highlight reel spotlighting key plays from this game.
Oh yeah, that's right. The fake punt happened in this game. I totally forgot about that.
Here's a look at the stats.
13-19. Wow.
That's the end of our broadcast.
Even total yards.
Ron Pitts and me, Dick Stockton,
Wow.
will be seeing you the next time you play
NFL Fever. All right. One final game to go here. We're making great time. We'll make sure to pop a save. Oops. We have Giants and Rams to wrap up the night. So, San Francisco so far the only contending team still in the real-life NFL playoffs that has won a game. So maybe that's telling us that San Francisco is going to win it all. I don't know. 3-2 St. Louis taking on the 1-4 Giants.
I'm Dick Stockton. I'm working the game with former NFL player Ron Pitts.
How you doing, Dick? We've got a great game here.
Ron, who are the key players heading into this one?
Looking for an offensive-minded defensive back? Well, here's your guy. This guy can terrorize an offense. There's nothing he likes better than stealing a pass. This guy drives defensive backs nuts. He gets open, makes catches. That's it. It doesn't matter if it's a long
Jimmy
pass,
Smith.
a short pass, intermediate pass.
18
The
receptions,
guy
almost 300
sacrifices
yards.
his body for the team. He just flat out gets it done.
Thanks, Ron. Let's go down to the field for the coin toss.
We'll see if this fourth and final game ends with an extra quarter. Lord knows I am feeling the exhaustion at this point.
What's your choice? He called tails. It is tails. New York wins the toss and elects to receive.
So the Giants will receive.
New York is waiting for the kickoff. This game is underway. Gardner starts upfield. That return was worth 28 yards. The drive begins at the 23.
1st and 10.
Started 5 yards deep in their own end zone and decided that they would run it to the 23. All right.
There's a marker on the field.
We already have a penalty. That's not good. False start.
It's
Yikes.
first down.
1st and 15, so now they're really behind the chains.
Red 48.
He's looking to throw.
Floats it up over the top, but that's immediately intercepted by St. Louis.
Interception was by
My
Rodgers.
goodness,
Maybe
Lou
the quarterback
Bush.
should've just run the ball.
First pick in this game.
So a penalty
Now that's how you help your
and an
team.
immediate interception.
Starting offense for St. Louis.
Wow. That is how you start a football game from a defensive standpoint. I know the false start probably isn't your doing, but
The drive begins at the 32.
1st and 10.
Red 22.
It's a run. Allen found some running room. He picked up 5 yards. Robinson made the tackle. He brought him down.
Charles
at
Woodson on the other
27.
side of the ball
Here are
for
starters
the
on
Giants.
defense For the Giants. Second down, Rams.
2nd and 5.
Split backs.
Red 22.
Johnson drops. He makes
fires
the
over to
catch.
the left side.
The
That's good
connection
enough for a
was
first
enough
down
for
to
a
get down to the
first down.
20-yard
Play was
line.
good for 6 yards.
The pass rush needs to start getting some heat on this quarterback. That was way too easy for the offense.
You mean for all the whole 2 plays they've been on the field?
Just under 4 minutes left in this quarter. First down, Rams.
I don't know why they said that. I don't know why they pointed that out.
Red 22.
Man in motion. The quarterback drops back to pass. Tough
Oh,
break for the
hit
quarterback. The ball was
immediately.
dropped.
He must have taken his eyes off that one.
Second down, Rams.
It's 2nd down.
Blue 17.
Johnson is going to pass.
Again,
Carter
just an
could not
excellent
hold
hit,
on to it.
well timed.
Incomplete pass.
You gotta wonder
Incomplete
what's on
pass
the
for the
guy's
Rams,
mind.
so I believe
His
this will
sole
set up a
focus
3rd
and
down.
concentration should be catching the ball.
Third down, Rams.
3rd and 10.
It's 3rd down.
We're gonna ride you like a surfboard. Red 22.
Man in motion. Johnson looks for a receiver.
Over the middle.
Incomplete.
Nothing doing there.
Fourth down, Rams.
Red 88.
The attempt is on its way. That kick is good.
Field goal up. Martin
That scoring
Gramatica,
drive
1 for
covered
1.
11 yards.
So not a whole lot doing for the St. Louis Rams. They get what did they say, 11 yards? Kick a field goal. So
New
the
York is
interception not
waiting
that
for the
costly
kickoff.
for the Giants. Not a very long drive for St. Louis. So we're
Gramatica
barely
gets
a
his
minute
foot
and a
into
half
the
into this
ball.
game.
Number 82
Turnover and a
starts
field
upfield.
goal. The most exciting version of football.
He brought the kickoff back 24 yards. Here's the offense for the Giants.
They didn't even show the Curtis Martin, Isaac Bruce. He was a brief part of American Underdog.
The drive begins at the 24.
1st and 10.
See if maybe these teams start to run a little more clock.
Martin gets the ball.
And off to the right side. Oh, there is a ginormous amount of green.
From the defenders and covered a
Good
lot of real estate
chunk
before
of
being
green
stopped.
there
He
for
covered 22
Curtis
yards.
Martin. And Curtis Martin, a
Man,
good
I
running
love
back
that.
as well.
Here are the starters on defense for the Rams.
Mike Vrabel. See how long you have a job in Tennessee.
First
I
down.
think they're going to have to go out and get a quarterback, Tennessee.
1st and 10.
Tannehill's been serviceable, but that is not the place to choke there.
Red
looks for a receiver.
Oh, he held on to the ball just a second too
7
long.
yards.
Boy, it scares
Needed to
me
either
see
move a
quarterback
little
go down
more
like
to the
that.
right outside the
He
pocket,
really took a shot
or
that
just try to throw something down at the feet of a receiver or in the area.
2nd down, Giants.
2nd and 18.
I really am starting these football videos far too late.
Hodges
Not even
with the
honestly
ball.
that late. Find a little room off that left side. Nothing too crazy there. Nothing too big. Just a moderate gain.
3rd down, Giants.
3rd and 50.
Red 48.
Fiedler drops. Just a short gain
Nothing
on that
doing there.
pass. Marion made the tackle.
At least they are completing passes.
4th down,
Keeping
Giants.
it going.
The Giants have their punting unit on the field.
I do have a plan. I worked out my whole recording schedule and what's going to be
Number 81 calls for a fair catch and makes the catch.
gonna be posted.
That punt covered 39 yards.
excited about it. Hopefully you are as well. This will be going for a little while till at least the end of this season. Then
Just
I'll
over 1 minute
reevaluate and
left
see
in
if
this quarter. The drive begins at the 15.
I want to continue doing it in the 2003 versions of this and Mad. Got Life is Strange. Will be wrapping up True Colors. It's 5th and final, at least as far as the regular game is concerned. It's 5th and final episode posting on Monday. Tomorrow we have Demolicious. Season finale, question mark?
2nd down, Rams.
Thursday, a little more Judgment. Friday, more Halo. Saturday, a new taste test. Sunday, question mark. I don't have anything planned for that day at the
He
moment.
drops back to pass. That pass was good enough to get a first down for the Rams.
And then Monday,
The receiver was Smith.
Life is Strange.
I like the way
I
he
think I
threw
might have
that.
started that,
Homeboy
but
made
Life
a
is Strange will
sweet
wrap up
throw.
next Monday. I did say that. I already did say that. My apologies. I did not mean to repeat myself.
First down,
In that
St.
specific
Louis.
instance,
1st and 10.
so the Rams with the ball back, up 3.
Man in
The score
motion.
is not up there very long. Likes to disappear.
Allen runs it. There was nothing there for the halfback.
The defense just flat rolled them up on that play.
That was Robinson. He made the tackle at the 28. Mere seconds remain in the first period. 2nd down, Rams.
2nd down.
Blue 17.
Man in motion. Johnson will pass.
Nice
The pass
completion
was
out to the
caught
left
by
side.
Smith.
Sets up
It was
should
a
set up a
gain
pretty
of 4 yards.
manageable 3rd down.
Time has expired here in the first quarter.
3-0 is your score. Very even time of
3rd
possession,
down
very
at the
even total
33.
yards.
The offense has to be thinking about throwing the football, but the defense expects this. That
3rd
gives the
down
defense
and
the upper
5 to start off quarter number 2.
Johnson
Drop
will
back to pass. That's a nice find right there.
Excellent effort by
Up the
Rams.
sideline, gets close to
That
midfield,
was a
not
nice
quite there.
play. The defense better find a way to take that kind of play away from the offense.
Yeah, that's the way I like it.
First down, Rams.
1st and 10.
Red 22.
Man in motion. He drops back to pass.
A nice throw over the middle, probably a hold here.
On the field.
Against the offense.
We do see a lot of holds in this game. Not where you want to see it. You want to see that clock churning down. Moving towards 0.
Red 22.
Man in motion. Carter with
Oh, that was a bad
the
play.
didn't get back to the line of scrimmage.
That was a solid effort by the defense. They reacted just like the coaches wanted.
The stop was by Robinson. Just under 4 minutes left in this half. Second down, Rams.
Second and 24.
Allen gets
Oh,
the ball.
big delay on the handoff. Ran right into a
Managed
defender
short game.
and his
Buckner
own
made the
offensive
stop.
line. That's a bad call.
Third down, Rams.
Third and 21.
4 receivers.
The
on
Rams
field.
looking at a 3rd and 21.
Johnson is going to pass.
Fires it over the middle, almost to midfield. They might be back to the original line of scrimmage at this point. Finally, just
Fourth down, Rams.
4th and 10.
Fourth and 10.
The offense is set to punt the ball away. Fiegels gets the kick away. Bruce looks for running room.
Oh, this is a good way to run.
That punt return was worth 18 yards.
Probably could have tried to
Chamberlain made the stop.
cut it into the right there. But still, a great return. That's what they tell you to do. Just go to the opposite side of the field.
The drive begins.
Especially on the
32.
field goal returns, because they talk about how the offensive line is like really trying to get off the field. So run the opposite sideline. Try to get a little advantage there.
Has the ball. He didn't get back to the line of scrimmage.
Looks like the defense guessed right on that play.
The ball carrier was brought down by Myers. Second down, Giants.
Second and 13.
So after a bit of a slow start to the game, quarterback's completing some more passes. Finally a pitch that's actually working.
Terrific play by the
It'll be a
offense.
first down.
Martin ran for a
Up
gain
towards
of
the
13
45,
yards.
but just a little bit short. A lot of, again, a lot of fantastic running backs playing here. Curtis Martin, he was good as well. 2-minute warning here any second there it is.
2-minute warning. 2 minutes left in the first half. First down, New York.
First and 10.
16.
Martin has the ball. He picked up 15 yards. That was a fine run.
Martin has moves like I've never seen.
The ball carrier was brought down by Roll. First down, Giants.
First and 10.
Only one running back. The quarterback drops back to pass. That pass
Oh
is
my
complete.
goodness, an interception. That was a whole mess. Ran into the defender, or the tackler trying to get him.
See ya.
Wiggling his way down the sideline.
This quarterback seems to have
Marion,
for throwing the
here's
guy
a
who
replay of it off the receiver's hands. Nice stiff arm there to prevent the tackle. And that'll put the Rams up 10.
The kicker has come on for the extra point attempt. It's up. And it's good.
The kick was good.
New York
I
awaits
think that
the
air is
kick.
finally starting to warm up a little bit.
Gramatica kicks the ball. Number 82 has the ball and starts upfield. He brought the kickoff back 25 yards. The drive begins at the 19.
First and 10.
So the Giants offense right back on the field after the interception return for a touchdown. Find themselves down 10. That was not a great play.
Lewis picked up 2
That pocket
yards.
collapsed on him immediately. Awfully swaggy walk for a guy who just threw a terrible interception.
Second down, Giants.
Second and 8.
2-yard gain. We have a second and long here. 117. John, the Master
Looks for a
Chief.
receiver. The pass was incomplete. He was out of
Incomplete.
bounds.
It's a little too far outside.
Third down, Giants.
Third down.
Green, 43.
Fiedler looks downfield. He makes the catch.
Field just wasn't big enough.
Why? Why? Why was that the throw you made? That's terrible.
Just
Behind the
over
line of
1 minute
scrimmage?
left in his hand. Fourth down, Giants.
They didn't take any time off the clock there. You're going to give it to back to the Rams here with a 1:08 and 3 timeouts.
The punt is in the air. Number 81 has the ball and starts upfield.
Oh, you got to run to the left there. They were all cluttered in that one area. See if you can stretch it around the outside there. Use your speed to your advantage. He says to a digital
First
professional
down,
football
Rams.
player.
First and 10.
Red, 22.
He's going to throw it. It's a sack. And that's a loss of 6 yards. The second quarter is nearly over. Second down, Rams.
Second and 17.
Second and 17 after the big sack.
Not trying nothing cute out there. Red, 88.
Johnson looks downfield. Johnson found an open man, and it was good for a gain of 14
Do we
yards.
see a timeout here
Smith
by
just finds
St.
a way to
Louis
get
perchance? No, they'll just kind of strut around the field like they have all the time in the world when they clearly do not. Okay,
Third
yeah, we don't
down,
need these.
Rams.
I'm expecting the
That was
offense to
so
pick up the
many
first
like
down on this
cuts
play.
and pans
If they
to
don't make it,
various
they have to
things.
understand the defense is going to get a huge surge of confidence.
Don't understand the lack
That
of
brings us to the
timeout
close
taken
of
there.
our first half of play with the
10-0
score,
Rams
10-0
up.
Rams.
So good for them. Things pretty even.
New York will put the ball in play. There's the kick. McKnight has the ball and starts upfield. That return was worth 28 yards.
He obviously saw something I didn't. What a nice return.
First down, Rams.
First and 10.
Red, 22.
Man in motion. The quarterback drops back to pass.
A little
That pass was
mid-range,
good
or
for a gain of
yeah, a
3
little mid.
yards.
I guess
Fifth
mid-range is a
tackle in this
fair,
game now,
a
recorded
fair
by
statement.
Robinson.
Throw up the middle.
Second down, Rams.
Second and 7.
Live it up. Your day would come. Red, 22.
Man in motion. He's looking to throw.
There's a nice little throw down the middle as well.
That play covered 7
There you go,
yards
dinking and
and
dunking
was
down the
enough
field.
For a First down for St.
Not
Louis.
a bad plan. I like
that was
it.
a nice hookup.
Abraham is credited with the tackle. First down, St. Louis.
1st and 10.
Always seems like that clock on the play select screen runs a little bit faster. I don't know if it's just me or if it's like actually a thing, but
It's a run. No gain.
there
on
we
the
go.
play.
Now that
The
was
Rams
just
know
some
what we're doing.
old-school, hard
We're just
hitting,
killing
don't talk to
time
me
until
about
the
it
end of the
now
game,
defense.
until we can
The
walk home with a
stop was
victory.
by Flowers. Second down, Rams.
Just keep it churning. Keep it going.
It's 2nd down.
I cannot believe how tired I got. I was doing just fine. Energetic, having a good time, and then like 9 o'clock hit and my body was like, yep, we're done. We're done. And I'm like, I still have so much more to do, and it's like,
Yeah, that's the way I like it.
Third down, Rams.
Definitely be recording these in the earlier, in an earlier chunk.
Johnson will pass.
There's a nice pitch and catch there. Inside, what team were we watching here? The Rams and the Giants. That's
He's not
right.
nearly as accurate if he's running for his life.
Hard to come up with the right answers when you're like, how do I keep my eyes open? How do you listen to yourself talk? Same problem. Eyes desperately want to be
First down,
closed.
St. Louis.
1st and 10.
Halfway through quarter number
Johnson
3.
will pass. The pass was caught
And
by
again,
Allen.
just
It
a
was
nice
gain
little
of 8
throw, a little dump off to the left side. And that'll work.
Second down, Rams.
2nd and 2.
I can't wait to go lay down in bed and just be like, I'm wide awake now.
Allen is looking for room.
Oh, there's a nice little
He got
run.
enough
Nice
to move the
conversion there
sticks.
inside the
First
35
down for the
now.
Rams. First down, Rams.
1st and 10.
I don't believe the Giants have even had the ball in this half so far.
Allen with the
They're
ball.
taking all kinds
He
of
made a
time
nice
off
run.
this third
He
quarter.
picked up 9 yards.
Third quarter clock. Ah,
Second and inches.
2nd and
I am surprised that was not a first down.
Single back formation.
Just give it to Allen. He's been crushing it so far.
Johnson will pass.
Ooh, I think we're going to get a defensive pass interference here.
pass interference against the defense.
I pointed the wrong way. I
First
pointed
down,
as far as
Rams.
I was looking, this was the correct way. And this was actually the correct way if I was trying to match him on camera.
Your hips are mine.
The worst part about that penalty does stop the clock.
The quarterback drops back to pass.
There's
Tough
another
break for the quarterback.
incomplete
That ball was
pass.
dropped.
It's hard to look your teammates in the eye after you drop a pass like that.
Second down, Rams.
It's 2nd
We're
down.
getting to the point where that webcam is really bugging my eyes.
It's more serious than that.
If I'm looking over here at the monitor because it's just easier to see. That's a little better.
Johnson looks for a receiver.
Johnson floating it over to the left
Pass was
side.
caught by Allen.
Little stop,
It
little
was a
stutter
gain
step.
of 8 yards.
Comes up with 8. I don't know if that sets up a third down or a fourth down. I guess we'll find out here in just a moment. I thought when they pan out like that and it's like mostly the crowd, I'm like, oh, that's it for the third quarter. Wild.
Third down, Rams.
Third down and 2 from the 6, under 40 seconds to go.
Man in motion. Allen has the ball.
I don't know. Okay, I was going to say, how was that not A, a first down, B, absolutely should have been a touchdown.
First rushing touchdown of the day for Allen.
The Rams have this game pretty well in control. I love this drive. They had a penalty. Pretty balanced run pass there. Started a little more pass heavy, but had a little more run spliced in there towards the end of that drive. Coming away with 6. That's good news.
The attempt is on its way.
It is
And
good.
the kick is good. New York is back deep to receive.
So after
the kick.
taking 4.5 minutes to start this half,
The kickoff is in the air.
kickoff is happening. It is 17 to nothing.
Has the ball and starts upfield. The kickoff return covered 19 yards. The ball carrier was brought down.
So both
by
of the
Mitchell.
AFC teams lost. The NFC teams are in a position to go 2-0 as far as the
The drive begins.
as the
24.
playoff contenders are concerned.
New
So
York is going with one running
this
back.
game, maybe we see an NFC winner. I don't know.
Man in motion. There's a
Pitch
marker
out
on
to the right.
field.
We're going to get a hold here, which is a shame because this is a truly fantastic run.
Holding against the
The
offense.
penalties are getting more and more common in this game. I don't know if they released a new patch or
Third quarter is
anything, but
nearly over. First down,
it does seem
New
like we're
York.
getting a lot of them.
Red 48.
Man in motion. The clock's been
Oh
stopped
my
because there's a
God.
penalty.
False start against the offense.
First down, New York.
First and 25.
5 DBs in the game.
Green 43.
We have, what is it, a 1st and 25? That is not going to get the job done, but that should run out the third quarter. It'll start with just a gargantuanly long
That's it
second
for
down
the
or
third
whatever.
quarter.
17-0 here at the end of their end of 3. $10-29 to
Second down,
420.
Giants.
It was pretty even when it went to halftime, and for them to come out and just dominate that third quarter like that, impressive and appreciated.
Fiedler will throw. Lewis catches the ball. Fiedler completed that pass. The play covered 4 yards. Roll wrapped him up. Third down, Giants.
Third down and 17.
Third and 17.
I formation. Fiedler will throw.
Either with a throw and just nowhere near it. I think they got back to maybe the original line of scrimmage there at the 25-yard line after just disaster play after disaster play.
Fourth down, Giants.
Fourth down and
This will
11.
be his third punt today. Number 8 gets the kick away. Number 81 calls for a fair catch and makes the catch. The drive begins at the 37.
First and 10.
See what the Rams have up their
3
sleeves
defense
here.
for the Giants.
I mean, if I'm them, I'm in a 4-minute offense. I am just running the ball. I am.
Allen is the runner.
There we go. That works. Nice spin
Not much of anything
move,
there
but it
from the
wasn't
halfback.
Super job by the
good
defense.
enough.
Tackle in this game now, recorded by Davis. Second down, Rams.
Second and 11.
Red 88.
He's going to throw it. Reed makes the catch. Johnson completed that pass. The play covered 6 yards. Still a lot of time left in the final quarter. Third down, Rams.
Third and
The
5.
offense needs a big chunk to move the sticks here. Now, they could try and run it, but I'm guessing this is going to be a pass.
Blue 17.
Johnson drops.
The receiver didn't get a dime on that play. Nice job by the defense.
Quarles is credited with the tackle. Fourth down, Rams. The offense is set to punt the ball away. Fiegels gets the kick away. Bruce calls for a fair catch. That punt covered 45 yards. First down, Giants.
First and 10.
New York sets up in I formation.
Green, 43. Hot, 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 hot.
Martin managed a short game.
Yeah, that's the way I like it.
Second down, Giants.
Second and 9.
We're going to get up in your grill, baby.
Fiedler looks for a receiver.
All that drama for no gain. What a waste of energy.
Simmons wrapped him up. That's the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left in the game.
Warning.
Third down,
And
Giants.
with the Rams well in control of this one, I figured, you know what?
New York sets
Just go
up in
pee.
I
Just
formation.
pee. You know? Getting close to finishing off 2 of these bad boys. I'm a little scared to drink too much more.
They're going to throw.
Probably
You
shouldn't.
see the way the defense closed on the receiver? That was a nice play.
Greer is credited with the tackle.
So 2 of those per like
Fourth
3-hour
down,
video
Giants.
ish. Should be very doable.
No playing it safe here. They will go for it on fourth down.
4th down and 11. Clock ticking under a minute and a half to go. Intercepted. Didn't matter.
And they turn it over on downs. at
I mean,
the 10.
realistically, it's
First down, Rams.
just a change of field position.
First and goal.
A single running back on this play.
Blue, 17.
Man in motion. Allen runs it.
Allen,
He
they're
found
actually
some
trying to get a
running room.
touchdown
He
here.
picked up 4 yards. Timeout called by the visitors. 2 timeouts left for New York. Second and goal.
It's second and goal.
I formation.
New York, for some reason, called a timeout. Please stop. You're down by 3 scores. Oh, a pitch. Oh, my goodness. It doesn't work. Well played defensively by
Woodson wrapped him up.
the Giants,
Timeout called
who
by
for some
the
reason
visitors.
keep calling
New York
timeouts. I don't
still
like it.
has 1 timeout left. Third down, Rams.
It's third and goal.
Blue, 17.
Man in motion. Allen lost yards.
You know, the effort by the offense on that play was sickening.
The ball carrier was brought down by Robinson.
Why?
Timeout called by the visitors.
You are the worst.
They have no timeouts
You
left.
are the
Just
worst.
over 1 minute.
Blue, 17.
The kick's away. And it's good. He nailed that kick.
20-0 now. The Giants just gave them 3 points.
New York awaits the kick.
So still another minute to go in this one.
Gramatica kicks the ball. Number 82 starts upfield. That return was worth 25 yards. First down, Giants.
First and 10.
What do you have in store for us there, Giants? Aside from that man's nice ass.
Red,
throw.
Oh boy, that was a floater somehow in between 4 defenders. That was a catch. Are you kidding me? This game is so weird. That, I think, in Madden, I think that's an interception. And that's what's going to be interesting about looking at 2003 and 2004. It'd actually be nice to look at more games in this type of situation, but they just not enough of the games have what I'm looking for. Even this one takes a little extra work. I mean, granted, not that much, but
looks for a receiver.
oh wow! Look at them throwing the ball down the field like they have a chance still.
First down, Giants.
First and 10.
They are going to try and stop the clock here. That was such a long, wind up to spike it.
Second down, Giants.
5 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter.
Blue, 16.
He's going to throw it. The ball's been intercepted.
Oh no. They wasted all their timeouts. They used... Oh my goodness.
The ball carrier
Roll picking off the game, or the picking off the pass there. Seals the game, seals the shutout for the Rams. 1 second remaining here in the game. They used all their timeouts. They went down the field and threw an interception, just trying to get some points on the board. That'll take care of it. 20-0 is the final in this game. This one a little more lopsided. Marion, 1 interception, had that 64-yard return for a touchdown. Fantastic play for him. We'll get things wrapped up here. We'll simulate the rest of the games, get you caught up on the scores, get you caught up on the standings, and we'll yeah. Wow, the yards pretty even. Granted, a lot of those New York yards came at the very end of the game, but
for Ron Pitts and me, Dick Stockton,
still,
we'll be seeing you the next time you play NFL Fever.
All right. There we go. We did it. We did it. We'll go ahead and pop a save here just in case something funny happens. You never know, but hey, that's all right. Sim all of these games down here. Got Packers, Vikings, Bears. Simming the week. Starting at the top, Saints taking care of the Panthers 24-6. We watched the Browns take care of the Bengals and the 49ers over the Falcons, both of those 3-point games. This one, a little more lopsided. Chargers 30, Patriots 15. The Broncos destroy the Seahawks by 3 touchdowns. Titans by 10 over the Buccaneers. Kansas City, obviously, they fell to Pittsburgh by 6. And we saw the shutout here, 20-0 Rams over the Giants. Vikings, Lions, 3 points. 3-point game in favor of the Lions. The Packers decimate the Ravens 49-3. The Bears beat the Cardinals 24-13. Jets over the Dolphins 27-19. Colts lose to the Raiders 30-24. And the Cowboys take care of Washington 20-10. We will, I'll go ahead and save again right here just to make sure. It is not 1:12 p.m. I would hope that I'm not this tired at 1:12 p.m. Maybe I am sometimes. Well, I guess when I don't feel well. Quick catch up on the standings. We have 2 undefeated teams left. Technically, the Saints, the undefeated of undefeated teams. Green Bay 5-0 with that one tie. The Chiefs pick up their first loss of the season today, as do the Bills, I believe. In the East, Eagles lead the division at 3-2, and it's pretty ugly from there. 2-3, 1-4, 1-5, 1-5. In the AFC East, we have a couple of teams with 4 wins. 4-1 Bills, 4-2 Jets. The Patriots 3-2 with that tie. The Colts winless, 0-4 with one tie. The Dolphins, not much better, at 1-5. NFC Central has Green Bay on top, 5-0 with one tie. The Buccaneers 2-2 with that tie. They tied each other. Both of the ties we've seen have been in division matchups. Bears, Lions, Vikings each have 3 wins. The Vikings with 3 losses, the others with 2. In the AFC Central, Jaguars up 4, out in the lead, I should say. Up 4 oh my God. Up at the top with the record of 4-1. The Browns 4-2, the Titans 3-2. Ravens 3-3. Steelers 2-3, and the Bengals in lowly last at 1-5. Though they did play the Browns pretty tough. NFC West has the Saints on top, 5-0. The Rams right behind them at 4-2. 49ers 3-3. The Falcons 2-4, and the Panthers 0-6. So there are 3 very East teams here. I guess the only team that's on the West Coast is the 49ers. Wow. AFC West has the Chiefs on top at 5-1. Broncos are 4-2. Raiders 3-2. Seahawks 3-3. Chargers 2-3. And that's got y'all caught up on the standings. There you go. Week 7 has some interesting games, maybe. I don't know. Falcons Saints, that's a good one. Packers Vikings, will most likely watch that game. Yeah. I'll have to check some standings, see what's going on. And we'll have another slate of NFL action for you next week right here on youtube.com/SeanOsaurusRex. Hey, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you do like this sort of stuff, scroll down, subscribe, ring that bell so you're notified when I post new videos. This posts every Tuesday, 6 a.m. Pacific time on youtube.com/SeanOsaurusRex. So if you want more of this, check back next week. I got other stuff coming up throughout the week. We have stuff like Demolicious tomorrow. We got some more Judgment gameplay, more Halo Infinite gameplay, a taste test, and then a couple of question marks because I don't know. We'll be finishing up Life is Strange. The new Life is Strange remastered games are out this time next week, so very exciting stuff going on here. Stick around for all of that. Thank you again so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.